Nose forward on the stick. Command Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 3 left. Rotate.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Saturday. Happy Cross the Pond Day. Lots of VATSIM traffic today doing the cross the pond thing. We are not, thank goodness. I do not want to do a 9-10 hour stream one direction westbound, but we are going to have some streams today and it's going to be fun. Right here in front of us, the long-awaited 777-200 ER, which PMDG, shout out to them, courtesy, they sent over a pre-release copy. So I've been messing around with this yesterday and got it all set up, running, looking great, and we are in 2024. Gotta love it. I was kind of hoping it was going to be 24 because my dabbles back in 2020, old Mr. Yellow Sim. After flying so much in 24, the hassle is worth it. So I am so happy that this airplane is up and running, and I haven't had any issues, knock on wood. Now I'll probably have issues because I just jinxed the stream, but so far been flawless. 2024, looking forward to this flight. I wound the sim back 0600 right now. Actually, yeah. Is it 600? Yeah, 6 a.m. Sim time. Because we are doing my real-world flight today that I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be going down to Cancun, but I decided to drop that and do some Microsoft Flight Sim flying. So it'll be kind of fun. We're going to fly the same route. My aircraft that I was supposed to be on is en route on time, but I didn't want to get up and stream at 6 a.m. I was out late last night. We had a tournament. So we're up and running. Coffee is brewing, and I am very, very excited to get this show on the road. Also, bare metal. Yes, I saw you guys talking about it there in the chat. I honestly think the bare metal American livery is probably the second most iconic livery of all time, right behind Pan Am. Well, I'm biased. It could be number one. I mean, as an American, the American bare metal livery, it doesn't get more flagship than that, as Fly USMC was saying, my man. So it's a sweet one. It looks a little off right now in 24. I've noticed that when you go dark, it almost looks white. It's not. It's just a reflection. Just wait until the sun rises up. So this is the polished aluminum turn. It's just in 24 right now. It looks a little bit off when you're at nighttime or in heavy cloud. That's always kind of been the downfall to bare metal liveries in the sim, whether it's 2020, 24, heck, even X-Plane didn't really have any good bare metal once you saw what 2020 brought. But when you're in heavy cloud or nighttime, I guess it's kind of hard to get that true polished look, but just wait till this sun pops up. I'm telling you, chat, it's going to be fantastic. So shout out Zippy, good to see you, man. Callie Simmers in the house. Bosco's here. Swarm, good to see you, my man. McAllen's in the house. Steven, hey there, what's up, man? I saw you flying the old Duke there, or was that the 414? I think it was you were in the 414. You need to be flying the Duke instead of 414. What's up, guys? We'll go ahead and skip the rest of the shout-outs, because I want to get this airplane fired up, and I want to get down, or at least get up airborne as that sun rises. So we are racing the sunrise at a DFW. We are at Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas in Microsoft 2024, and I got to tell you, the last time we were here, my PC basically crashed out because I didn't have enough VRAM. Now, this is an extremely heavy VRAM default airport. One of the worst for me in 2024, but visually it is miles better of what 2020 had. Now, I know 2020 just got a big update for Dallas, so I don't know if they just brought the same terminals and stuff over to 2020, but this is actually a much nicer, much more flyable, and a much more enjoyable DFW scenery to fly in and out of. You guys know this is my home airport. I love this airport, but I just never fly here because we've never had a good scenery for Dallas Fort Worth. I don't know what it is from X-Plane 10, 11. The one we had in X-Plane 11 was very basic and really heavy on frames. 2020 was atrocious until recently. 24 is decent, but very heavy on performance. So we'll see. I increased my rolling cache. I did notice that, remember we were having all those stutters on the ground? I'm going to see if this changes it. So when I deleted my rolling cache, it defaulted it back to 16 gigs, and I didn't realize that till last night. So last night I deleted the rolling cache. I made another one. 300 gigs is what I normally run on my rolling cache for 24. We'll see if that makes a difference or not. If we get a few stutters on the ground, I think that's just a 2024 Sim Update 1 thing. From what I've heard, Sim Update 2 has really smoothed that out. So look forward to Sim Update 2. And like Terry says, VRAM has definitely decreased for Sim Update 2. So I'm looking forward to Sim Update 2. I didn't want to run it for this stream because I've been doing all my testing in Sim Update 1, and it's been flawless. So let's go ahead and fire it up and get on down to Cancun, chat. We'll get on down to Cancun, Mexico. So into the cockpit. Let's go up to the overhead. Let's get some power to the airplane. We'll get the battery switch on. Oh, you know what we need to do? We also need to connect the ground power. I'm over here playing with all the connections. I never forgot to turn the ground power on. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, I have sim sounds down. Sorry. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sim sounds were off. All right, we're going to get it booted up here. We got to find that. One thing I didn't look for is Stormlight. There she is. We'll get the Stormlight on. We'll let the airplane come to life here for a second. Sim Update 2 is good. Menus are slow due to having a logging enabled. Other than that, that's great. Awesome, Wind. Awesome. I'm looking forward to that Sim Update 2 update. That is for sure. I know, Callie Simmer. Good to see you. Happy morning out there to you on the West Coast. Look at that Boeing green. That glow is just, I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's get the ADIRU in line. We'll get the IFE coming up online. We'll leave those off for now. I'm going to open up or brighten up the dome light. We'll get the logo light on for right now. Let's see. Nav light is on. That looks good. We'll get the emergency lights armed on the overhead. Not much to do as the aircraft powers up. Now, I do like you have an option here for realistic or fast screens to power up. This is the realistic times, how long it takes. I got two of my best friends are on the 777 right now. They actually just got off another tandem trip. They always send me pictures when they're on the jump seat together. They're both FOs, and they just got back from China. So we went to flight school together, and they love it. They love the 777. They think it's U.S. Airways or U.S. Airways, How do I say that? U.S. Aviation cheat code is what I'm trying to say. It's like he said, flying wide body at their base is the cheat code for quality of life. Are they lovers? No, they're not lovers. They're both married with families. V1 Sim, with the PMDG 777, brother, you can really make a flight from Miami to Dubai with the Emirates colors. Ooh, that'd be a long flight, man. That'd be a long flight. We'll see. We'll see. All my long flights have been, I've been really enjoying them in the Felis. So as everything boots up here, what we can do is also get our FMC booted up. FMC, enter IR position, pause and knit. Wonderful. We'll do this one, bring it back. We'll throw you in there. Beautiful. All right, let's do a route request. That's us, Dallas to Cancun. 0 fuel weight 394. You can hear everything booting up right now. And we will do a full-blown cabin tour. We'll look at the Ops Center 3, which is really cool once we get airborne. And can I increase that block fuel? Can I take 50.2 from this menu? I don't know if I can do it from this menu. No, I can't. I think I'll do it from the other menu. We'll just go ahead and take what SimBrief says right now. But I was thinking of, we'll wait for the route to, it's requesting right now. I was thinking of taking some extra gas just because of all the traffic that's going on right now. Might have to take a little extra fuel. Mickey G, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Would the PMDG 74100 replace the Felis? Geographically inverted? I sure hope so, because I would love to fly a 7.4 in 2024. You guys know I have a soft spot for that 7.4 right now. It's also an X-plane, which is, it's like a double-edged sword. PMDG 7.4 is going to be literally geographically inverted. I've said this multiple times. I think I will literally take a leave of absence from work to fly around the world in the PMDG 747. So, we'll see. How are the sounds? Sounds are great, Titus. There's 3 engine options. We have on this aircraft, what is it? Is it the Rolls-Royce on this one? No, I thought there was a, hold on, let me go ahead and get everything uplinked, and then we will, we'll look at it. There are 3 engine options available. I was trying to find, like on the Airbus, when you have the init page and it tells you your aircraft, tells you the engines you have, tells you all the perf data. I was wondering where that is on the Boeing FMC. I'm sure they have it, like the Boeing index. Let's see, identification. Yep, Trent. These are the Trent 892s. So, but you do have 3 engine options. We'll be flying a different engine option later this evening. We will be in the second best livery on the 777, which is Battleship Gray, this evening. So that has a different engine variant. I think that's the Rolls, maybe? I can't remember. But yeah, this is us right here, Trent 892. So, all right, back to our initialization. Let's go ahead and accept the perf and knit data. We'll throw the 0 fuel block in there, 394, 438, cost index 39. We're going all the way up to 410. That is fine. We're going to get our departure. We'll get our route loaded up here real quick. We do have an auto ATC. Let me just graze over it, make sure it is as filed. We're on the Darts 9, Navasota. Yes, it is. Okay, beautiful. Up to 410, squawk 0565. So, all of AAs are, all of Americans 200s are Trents. Cool. All right, but you do have 3 engine options. Now, this one, obviously, it's linked to the engine, right? So I'll show you in the Ops Center 3. The Ops Center 3 is really cool. The way it shows you the engine, or the livery, what's installed, what's not installed. I like the rework of it. It brings the PMDG Ops Center out of 2007 and brings it up to 2024. It's actually, I'm fairly impressed with it. So, which when you talk about software that's not super exciting, you know, like aircraft loading software, it's hard to get excited about it, but it's when you guys see it, yeah, you'll know what I'm talking about. We are planning 17 right, so long taxi, so hopefully we don't have the stutters today. But, oh, there's my scheduling alarm. I am debating dropping a trip Monday, Tuesday, chat. What do you think? Should we drop a trip Monday, Tuesday, and just go all out on the sim world? We'll see. Let's go ahead and get this route loaded up, though. DFW 17 right. We're on the darts. We'll activate that. Execute. Coming down here all the way out to... Oh, it pulled it in for us. I love that. So we do have the departure, Darts 9, Navasota, Sabine, Keeley. Now I've done this route about 15 times this month. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration, but I've been doing mostly all Cancuns and West Coast turns. So you guys know I love to do just out and back flying when I can, real world. Cancun's on the top of my list, and West Coast stuff, LA, San Jose, Vegas, Vegas can be kind of a pain depending on the winds, but where the trips Monday, Tuesday, Cali Simmer. It's a 2-day trip, so it means I got to go to the hotel. It's an overnight New Orleans, which is kind of mid, but it's not bad. I mean, but it's east. It's Florida. It's actually to Orlando, and then New Orleans to Miami, and then Miami back to Dallas on day 2. Get back real late, so we'll see, chat. We'll depend if we have 250 likes before takeoff. Maybe I'll drop that trip. All right, look at the arrival index. So going into Cancun, it's going to be the X-ray on the Vomar 1 Alpha. That's the they've changed these. It used to be the ILS DME 1, 2, and 3. Now it's X-ray Yankee and Zulu. Real quick, I'm pretty sure it's X-ray. Let's verify. So we'll come over here. We got our PMDG. This is the same from our 777-300. You should be familiar with that. We'll go to our EFB. Let's go to arrivals, approaches, and I pinned it. That's the Vomar 1 Alpha. ILS X-ray now is what they'll be coming off of Rydug. That'll be our 1-2 left approach. ILS X-ray. 1-2 left. Did I miss it? ILS X-ray 1-2 left. Vomar 1 Alpha. Execute. That looks good. Legs page is set. Init ref will do flaps 5. CG is going to be 26.65.5 on the trim. Speeds 27, 34, 45. Those are all set. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and get the APU juiced up here. Orlando, you could visit wrong side. I know I could visit wrong side, but let me actually. You know what? Hold on, Cali Simmer. Let me see. Let's fire up the APU. Let's take a listen outside as the APU spools up, and. Let me see. We won't look there. My jetway didn't make it all the way over. Let me see what kind of time I have in Orlando. That's a 2-hour sit with a plane swap. He could come by. Could get some beignets. You're absolutely right. Could get some beignets. You're tempting me, Cali Simmer. Morning, Carlito. Good to see you. Hope everyone is doing well. My Cross the Pond entertainment has started. Carlito, fantastic. Where are you flying to today? Chris PT6, hit the like button, ladies and gents. Uh-oh. I just heard an alert go off. That wasn't... Okay. Maybe it wasn't. So, the noise from the trucks are actually louder than everything else. Window shades and flushable toilets are Simmer demands. I don't know about that. I just like good perf. Paris to Montreal? Nice, man. That's a nice route. I really thought about it. I really thought about doing cross the pond, but then when I found out you can't use the Felis, I was like, I don't want to do a cross the pond without the Felis. All right, so that's all set. Let's go ahead and pull up the checklist thing. Let's come over here. Initial altitude. Let's get the rest of our clearance in there. 0565 initial altitude. Climb via. Expect 410. So climb via the darts. We'll go back to departure. SID pin. No, departure. SIDS pinned. Darts 9. Climb via SID. I should know 10,000. Just double checking. 10,000 is set off 17, right? Yep. There we go. So 10,000 feet is set. I'm going to bug 250. I know that's not the proper thing, but for single pilot ops, I just like bugging this up to 250. Makes it a little bit easier for me when we're climbing out. All right, oxygen chest flight, heading altimeter. Park brake will override that one. That looks good. I guess if we override it, we should verify that it is on. It is not on. Let's go ahead and put the parking brake on. Parking brake is set. There we go. All right, before start flight deck door, we get that MCP, V2 heading track and altitude. So we've got 250. Runway heading, we're blasting off 17, so we'll just put runway heading in there as a reference. 176. Yes, I'll look at the extra fuel real quick too. 176, we're just about ready to push back, but we can check that fuel. 176, 10,000 is set. I got 250 on the speed. Flight directors are coming up. That looks good. We'll put data on there and traffic. The traffic rings are on. Okay, that is all set. That looks good. I think we're ready to just about get out of here. So flight deck door and passenger signs, we shall get those. Passenger signs are on. We'll go auto, 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 auto. Everything looks good over here. It's a very automatic overhead. Those are coming online. That is normal. We can disconnect from the primary external power. APU is already providing power to the aircraft. With that done, we'll come over here to ground vehicles and we'll start pulling stuff. Let's go ahead and release the air conditioning unit. Let's release the ground power. Let's keep the jetway up there. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of these vehicles. Let's get rid of the aft cargo. Actually, I'll just do this. We'll release all. Love that. Release all those vehicles. They are gone. Cargo doors are closing. Sun is rising. And bare metal is about to start shining. Why'd you click as a 777 Lima on VATSIM? I don't know. Someone had my actual call sign that I wanted to use, and then I got all messed up. It's fine. We'll be fine. Why can't you use a Felis? Well, you could, but you have to use an FMS. Like, you'd have to use the default, like, laminar FMS to be legal, quote unquote. So, oh yeah, the center hydraulic push button. Thank you. Those are coming on. All right, those are coming on. Let's go back here. MCP is set. Takeoff speeds are set. CDU pre-flight complete. Trim is 5.5. 5.5. There's 4. 4.5. 5. 5.5 units of trim is a set. We'll go ahead and do that. So that leaves us anti-ice before taxi. We'll leave that up for right now. Engine shutdown, fuel pressure, passenger signs, APU, doors, manual. Those all look good. Excellent. All right. Door management, close all, arm all. And ground connections. Let's go ahead and release the jetway. Look at that bare metal getting ready to shine. I love it. The 777 is automatic enough. Even an Airbus captain can fly it. Absolutely. If you want to see a real Boeing pilot fly it, I do have, after this stream, you will be sent over to Mr. Flight Deck to sim stream. He'll be streaming at 1:30, I believe, 1:30 Central Time. And this stream should take you right there. So, all right, now for pushback, as of right now, you can't use the PMDG pushback. At least I haven't figured out it's like grayed out in the menu. So we're just going to use the regular Alt-P for pushback. Magic Barrel ref is set. Fort Worth Center 3517. We'll throw them in there, and we'll call them ready to taxi. 3517. It's crazy to me that still the primary radio is way back there on the 777. Push your discretion, call it. We'll call the spot, absolutely. And we'll also put the squawk code of, what was I say, 56? 0565. 0565. 0565 will put you in above.
Fort Worth Center, hello, United 2632, requesting IFR clearance to Chicago. We have information pop up.
TARA is on. Someone's going to Chicago. All right. We'll push at our discretion.
I'm sorry, that was United.
We'll release the brakes. Left Alt-P, I believe, is default pushback. With default pushback. Oh, we got to get rid of the. We got to get rid of remove chocks. Thank you.
Try re-up overloading.
Cockpit to ground, brakes release, clear to push. Team Viking, let me push first. I thought you were doing. Across the pond. That 7-2 over there. All right, let's bring up the tiller cam. We are using, guys, you have seen me use the Throttletek throttles, which I absolutely love. Today, this stream will be sponsored by Blackbird
United
Controls,
2632,
which is
the
we're using the 777 levers from Blackbird Controls with the spoilers and the flap detent, and it is absolutely fantastic. So exclamation point Blackbird if you want to get on board with having the best 777 Bravo mod you can get.
Yes, I can do that.
You need to get on it now before he gets a backlog of orders. So we'll be using them. They have the detent buttons. They've got the throttle disconnect, reversers. It is fantastic. Exclamation point Blackbird if you want to check them out. I got 17 right for departure. We'll probably send us south over the bridge. I'm going to wait for pushback to complete. Look at that. And then we're going to start up together. Now, I don't know where default pushback will stop me. I think it's actually going to do is stop me right there. Not bad for default pushback. GSX is dead to me. And on cue, Blackbird Controls, cockpit around, push complete, set brakes, dropping the 50 gifted memberships. My goodness.
American 2612, welcome to DFW, left will enable, and hold
Blackbird
left.
Controls, thank you so much for the massive
hold short of
50
187,
gifted bomb of controls. I'm going to just let that roll through the chat because that's going to take a minute to catch up. My OBS is getting jacked up. So let's go ahead and fire them up. 1, then 2. That's the SOP. I know you can do 2 at once if you have, what is it, the Rolls Royce? So we're going to go ahead and start 2, then 1, actually. So we'll go start, and then we're going to go start. I never turned the beacon on.
Waldorf Center, hello, American 2013, board 132, request taxi with Seattle.
American 2013, Silver Center, hello, 1-8 left, takeoff.
1-8 left, we are board American 2030.
American 757, RNAV for Lauren, Roman 1-8 left, quick takeoff.
Blackbird Controls, my man. Again, thank you for a massive 50 sub bomb, dude. Really, really appreciate that. Again, Blackbird Control levers. Best Honeycomb Bravo mods that your money can buy. Guaranteed. All right, we got a good start. Start norm and fuel. I guess I could put that on the engine page for start, right? Johan Jacobs dropping 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Johan. Thank you, dude. Very, very kind. 10 gifted. Man, we're up to 60 subs, man, before even second engine started. Thank you, Johan. And thank you again, Blackbird Controls, for the 50. Guys are trying to crash my OBS here. A triple in 24. I know, RJ. I cannot wait. A triple in 24. Look at that. Little 321 taking off behind us. Oh, we got 2 good engine starts. Okay, so let's go ahead and run through this. We'll go ahead and make sure everything's off. It's so automated, I get freaked out because I'm in a Boeing. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Fuel pumps are on. Everything is on. This will come back automatically. We can shut off the APU. This is an auto. This will automatically go off, so that looks good. We are flaps 5 today, chat. Flaps 5. So we're using my Blackbird levers up through the gate on flaps 1 and then to 5. Love it. I'll get there, Turk. Settle down, man. We do it after start. flight control check. That looks good. All right, flaps 5. That is good. So flight director, LNAV, VNAV off the ground because we're RNAV out of here. Let's bring up the checklist. Let's come back down here. Trim. We did that. So go on to the normal. Before taxi, anti-ice, recall checked, auto brakes, RTO, flight controls checked, ground equipment is clear. That gives us before takeoff. We don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and blank that. Checklist has been blanked. We're ready for taxi. Let's pull up the taxi chart, and we'll give them a call here. We are
3.5.
American 2756, altitude checks, climb via descent, maintain 17,000.
Climb via descent.
Let's see what spot we're at. We are at 132, 134. Spot 134. Forward center, good afternoon. American 1343, spot 134, taxi.
American 1343, forward center, good morning. Runway 17 right, taxi Foxtrot, Alpha, Kilo, and give way to the company A320 on Golf.
17 right, Fox Alpha Kilo, give way to 320 on Golf for American 1343. All right, Foxtrot, that's going to be a right turn, Alpha Bridge, and then Kilo all the way up. Fox Alpha Kilo, there's a 320, we'll give way to him. Taxi light is coming on, and we're ready to go. We are ready to go. We'll get our 777 tiller up there. Park brake released.
2013, short of 18 left, ready for departure.
Let's take a listen to our initial spool up
American
here.
2013, fly runway heading, runway 18 left, quick takeoff.
Runway heading, quick takeoff, 18 left, American 2013.
Southwest F59, calling Houston Center, 132.77, good day.
Nope, my alarm's going off for my trip. I've got 30 minutes to drop my trip on Monday. Hold on, where'd my phone go? There it is. Chat, I've got 31 minutes to decide if we're dropping that trip Monday and doing more streaming. Look at that wing. I love this 200, man. The 300 is nice.
57 climb, maintain follow the tree 40.
We got to get onto Fox though. That's Golf, so we need to. I guess we'll just. We missed that turn on, didn't we? Yeah. We'll take the next turn here at Fox. He didn't tell us how to get to Fox. He just said get to Fox, so we'll make this turn here. You can see that stutter come back. That's a 2024 thing, man, and I don't know why that is happening. People tell me the Sim Update 2 gets rid of that, so we may have to do that here after a stream or two. Just full send on the Sim Update 2 beta. Aviation Dude 95. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, my man. Really appreciate that. Turning the chat green today, y'all. Look at that 7.2. That is so sick. I wish. I mean, just that's so awesome. Let's go ahead and put that back down there.
Ready to taxi.
Roger.
Alpha Bridge, up Kilo, all the way to 17 right. Drew Smith dropping 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Drew. Man, chat, are we gonna have to drop Monday?
American 2013, radar contact altitude.
We're 40 likes away from dropping Monday's trip, y'all.
1100.
American 2013, that check.
Zach, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Thank you again, Drew, for the 10. And who dropped that 5 in there? Aviation Dude. Man, you guys are killing my OBS right now. I don't know if the stutters are the sim or the OBS trying to process all that. Thank you guys for the love. Appreciate all the gifted subs on PMDG Saturday. All right, Alpha Bridge is where we're headed. So Alpha Bridge will bring you back down 10. Long taxi all the way around. That's real world stuff. Going southbound to Cancun, they're going to blast you off 17 right because they don't want to cross runway extended center lines. So, which it's frustrating when you're on the other side and you're going to LA and then you got to taxi all the way over to
Virgin 555, heavy, spot 133.
the East Complex or West Complex. VFD. Gotta watch my speed, man. I'm gonna heavy here. VFD, thank you for the 10 gifted subs as well, man. Jeez, the sub bomb's on fire today. Thank you, VFD. Appreciate you. Adrian, I'm right there with you, man. A 777. I'm so happy we're in 24, man. I am so happy we get to fly this bird in 24 now, because I didn't really want to wait for. I didn't really want to jump back into 2020. Look at that sky color.
American 2030.
See, this scenery is pretty good, but dang, it is. It's heavy. It is heavy. All right, Alpha's the second bridge. Bravo Bridge is Bravo Bridge still closed? I should know. Hero flight when? Atul, we were gonna do, so they have a Pakistan livery. I was thinking about doing Skardu again, but I mean we took the 300 into Skardu, so for sure we could get the 200 in there. Yes, this is the new city update, Joe Plains. This is the new city update, correct.
Yep, American 2756.
Bradshaw, what's up, man? I'm your center? Oh, fantastic. You're Fort Worth center? Love it, man. How would you know you don't fly for real anymore? I know, dude. It's my beard is kind of long. I got to shave it tomorrow. I'm flying tomorrow. I am doing a Cleveland turn tomorrow, so the beard's going to come off tomorrow. Doing Cleveland tomorrow. Talk about a mid-turn. Cleveland's about as mid as they come.
2756.
Ohio, what's up, Cat Cow? Good to see you, man. How you doing? No offense to Ohioans.
If you can hear me, heading up to 350, 27.
All right, here we go. In the turn. I do love this tiller for this airplane.
United 816, descend and maintain 6000.
Welcome to DFW, where you spend 20% of your flight taxiing around. We hit 250 on the likes. Oh my goodness. All right, chat. You have control as we go over the bridge. We're going to drop that trip. Screw it. You have control. Let me know if we start going off the center line. I got to log in. Who needs work anyway?
American 2874, Roma 17 right, taxi by Foxtrot, Alpha, Kilo.
I can't see, so you guys start screaming at me if we're going off the taxiway. Submit request. Yeah, do I want to drop it? Yeah, let's drop it. 28th of April, confirmed. I don't want to drop tomorrow. Yep. Done, chat. Uh-oh, I'm back. Oh, we're stopped. Oh. Sorry, I was doing scheduling.
American 2756, radio.
American 2756.
You guys are a bad influence.
Yeah, I got you, pal. Bye. I'm sorry about that.
You guys are, I think Zippy, because I hit the, probably got that click and drag bug. Denied. No, not denied, dude. We're green in a million. Let me just double check so I can. Yep, trip is dropped. Now I am gonna keep. I'm gonna keep it open because I'm hoping. Wow, somebody already picked it up, Cacao. Literally, less than 5 seconds, dude. That trip has already been picked up by someone.
November 602, Whiskey Bike call.
I was hoping somebody would drop it for another turn, like maybe someone who didn't want to do a turn, they would pick up a 2-day trip. You guys are bad influence. I'm telling Mrs. V1 that y'all made me do that. He was watching the stream. He was logged in. So this is the only sad part about the scenery. So this is a bridge right here. In this update, default scenery, we just go over some weird looking metal things. But real world, this is a bridge. You got to go up and over. Also kind of a pain to go up and over when you're single engine. You got to bring some speed into it here. Yeah, the bridges would be elevated. This is a default scenery in 24, which we haven't been back here since my sim crashed when I had my Intel GPU, because I couldn't handle this airport with my 4080 Super. With the AMD though, we are able to handle this airport. It's a pretty good, it's better than spending $32 on that Imagine Sim one, I can tell you that. That Imagine Sim one, I was looking at screenshots of it, I'm like, ugh. It's just not, it's not right. There's some things that are not right about it, especially for $32. Alright, Kilo is going to be the third one, I believe.
American 2013, don't remember if I gave it to you, but climb, maintain, level 330.
Climb, maintain, level 330, American 2013.
Juliet 5, Lima, Kilo coming up here.
ILS 17 Center, American 2573. Fort Worth Center, United 2632, ready to taxi.
Here is Kilo, clear left.
United 2632, Fort Worth Center, Squawk Charlie.
feel like you have less stutters when you're in outside view. So it's got to be something in the sim, you know? It's something that's been happening to me in Sim Update 1. And it doesn't happen in, like, as soon as we get airborne, it's fine. It's only when taxiing. You see how it... I don't know. But that looks amazing. Looks a little gray out there today. Got some more Americans, got United over here. This is where the American 7-3 took out the light pole on the taxi out. See, I don't understand how it can only be in cockpit view where you get those stutters. Any other view, you don't get those stutters. I'm after this stream chat, I think I'm going to update to Sim Update 2 beta just to see. It's got to be something with that. It's got to be something with that. See? Stutter picks back up, you go to a wing view, you're stutter free. And you would think the wing view would be heavier. I think, Turk, you're right. I think a lot has to do with streaming the scenery. And it loading in as you're looking at it. Keka, how's the vibe at work? It's pretty good, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't been back. I haven't been to work in like 2 weeks. But the vibe is the vibe, man. I mean, just grinding, you know. Rusty, what's up, man? Yeah, this is default, by the way. This is not Imagine Sim, Rust. This is default 2024 DFW. There's the hotel over there. That's the D terminal. That's where we pushed off of from over there. You have dead mode, you can turn on FPS counter and tell you where the bottleneck is. Yeah, Flight Sim Dad, I'm not too worried about a bottleneck because it's not... I don't think it's anything that it's a hardware problem. I think it's a sim problem. Because if it was a hardware problem, I would be stuttering right now. And I'd be stuttering on takeoff, I'd be stuttering in flight. It's only when taxiing and looking forward. Do the bridges work? No. The bridges are just flat. They're there, but they're not an actual bridge, unfortunately, in the default scenery. Cat 3 tiller juice. I know, dude. This is the Cat 3 design 777 tiller, by the way, if you also want to know about that. Everyone always asks about the tiller. This is Cat 3 design tiller. Oh my gosh, look at that. Is that another Continental 7.2? Continental 7.2 right there. I'm loving seeing these 7.2s in the sim now. This is fantastic. Keko says, I'll be an MCO to downgrade next month. Looking forward to being a line holder again. Keep Captain pay for 6 months as FO. Dang, dude. Well, at least get to keep the pay for 6 months. Getting a line holder would be nice, right? A little more quality of life. That's right. You've seen Captain. You can go back and enjoy the right seat, man. That'll be the best 6 months. Right seat responsibility with left seat pay, dude. That's the way to do it. All right, he didn't give us a intersection, so we'll go all the way full length. We did our flight control check. We did all that. We blinked. We're ready to go. We'll hit the Toga push button. We'll get the auto throttle. We have a Toga button armed on our throttle levers, which here they are in the cockpit, and that's where they are. Oh my gosh, click and drag got me again. Been flying too much X-plane. I had gotten rid of the click and drag habit. I use middle mouse, but because of X-plane, the click and drag habit is back. We hit 300 likes before takeoff. Y'all are fantastic. Thank you all for the support. Thank you, guys. The sounds are too low in this version. Where's the loud howl during startup? I remember feeling a bit uncomfortable by the loudness.
That's my apologies. It's going to maintain 3,000.
I don't... It did seem kind of quiet on start now that I think back. Wait till you hear the takeoff sounds. So I think the sounds I definitely feel have been improved.
And United 816, you are 5 miles from OD, turn right heading 030.
Just joining, not sure if it's been asked before. How does the new sounds better than the 300? They sound more beefy, Ern. There's more bass to them, so the best way I could describe it is they sound more beefy. See, so right now, see the stutters have gone away. I don't know. Uh-oh, radar contact lost. Rest in peace, brother. Alright, we'll go full length since he didn't give us an intersection. We're going to be RNAV off the ground to... I'll cut the corner here. What are we looking at? RNAV T-Rex is what we're looking for. RNAV T-Rex, we got 250 bugged. I know we probably shouldn't have 250 there. 176 is the runway heading. Just double checking. Alright. This is about as Airbus as it can get here. Good on fuel. Fuel on board 43,000. Can I see arrival fuel? 13.4 estimating, 13.4 arrival. That seems low, but that should be enough, right? How much? What's a good reserve fuel for a 777? 13 sounds a little bit low. I guess not. I mean, 6,000 and a 321. This is
DFW
twice as big.
Information here. Departure information Tango now current altimeter 3005.
Should be good. Oh, I got my. I brought the big coffee today, the Bucky's mug.
And center Southwest 722 ready to go. 35.
AJ, thank you for the $3 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Oh, a couple of them. We drop likes, you drop trips. Not a real pilot. Thank you, AJ. Appreciate you. Stephen Ainer, I had the alerts off because you guys were going crazy with all that. Let me play that one. Thank you, Stephen.
Bank angle.
Now that the 772 is properly out, I think it's reasonable to ask
Ooh.
747 when Randazzle.
Yes. I haven't seen Mr. PMDG himself drop by yet, but if he does, that's the first question. That's my first question. 7-4 when? We can just skip the 7-3. Let's just skip the 7-3, and let's go straight to 747. What do you guys think? Maybe if we put a poll in chat, and everybody votes for 7-4, that'll happen. Oh, he's been here? Oh, dang it.
1343 heavy RNAV
That's us.
T-Rex, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV T-Rex 17 right, clear for takeoff. America 1343 heavy. He was here? Man, I missed it. Terrible streamer. Pro streamers are available elsewhere. All right, wings are on, lights are on. We no longer need the storm light. We'll go ahead and kill that. Are y'all ready? Let's do it. We'll spin the, we'll get the yoke cam on here.
Virgin 555 heavy behind the departing American 777, runway 17 right, left and right.
That's like a Cancun clearance. Behind the departing. Robert Rendandos is here. Hey, man, sorry I missed your chat earlier. I'm about 70% through the flight engineer panel on the 7-4. It is smoking amazing. I can't, dude, that gets me so excited. I know we're focusing on the 777 today, but I can't even contain my excitement when
You
we
are
talk
right
about
contact, altitude
7-4.
check, climb via the SID, maintain 1.
Fantastic.
Copy the SID, maintain 1.
Man, it looks a little,
Southwest 722.
it looks a
American
little gray out there.
2573, descend and maintain 5,000.
All right, we're cleared for takeoff. Are y'all ready?
Descend, maintain 5,000, American.
Here we go. Let's see if we can butcher this takeoff. All right, spool them up.
Fort Worth, line of fire, furniture.
Yoga.
1835 right, clear line. Where are you going around?
Oh,
Sorry, say it again.
we got to get inside the cockpit here. Thrust ref, Toga. Here we go. Airspeed's live. Thrust set.
Oh man, it really got fucked in there. American 2753, turn left heading 270.
Up we go.
Left 270, American 25.
Hear the click. Oh, gear up. Fly with. Oh my gosh, look at that. Chat. A little bit bumpy here. Goodness.
American 1343, ready to contact altitude.
Passing 2,200, American 1343.
American 1343, climb via the SID, maintain 17,000.
Climb via the SID, maintain 17,000, American 1343. $17 to set. Flaps coming up.
Virgin 555, heavy RNAV Trex, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff. American 25.
We got to fly the SID here, or else I'd look at the juice view.
Left heading 210, maintain 5,000, full established, cleared ILS 17 center.
Left 0 degrees.
I'll tell you what, let's turn the autopilot on. I want to. I gotta look around. I gotta look around. Autopilot is on. LNAV, VNAV speed. We're climbing via to 17. We gotta look outside, chat. Come on, this is it. American bare metal is here. We got some big gray clouds in front of us, though. What about for weather radar? Is it available? I don't even know. Turn you on. Gain is up. Weather and turb. I thought we'd have default. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Line up and wait, 17 right, United 2632.
Sounds are coming down a little bit. Look at that.
Virgin 555 heavy radar contacts L2 pass.
Up past 1400, Virgin 555 heavy.
Virgin 555 heavy, that checks, climb via the SID, maintain 17,000.
Climb via the SID, maintain 17,000, Virgin 555 heavy.
Southwest 722, climb, maintain, flight level 330.
Climb, maintain.
Yeah, so we got weather on, 2 above. We're not. Oh yeah, we are painting something. It just there's nothing really. There's not a lot of returns down there real world either. I guess it's just the clouds. I'm looking at the real weather. Oh, there's my last alarm.
2013 call, Houston Center 132.77.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at through the clouds there. Chat, this is why we're in 2024.
Yep.
Let's just enjoy this.
That was 2291 on Juliet Yankee.
We gotta enjoy this.
American 2291. American 2291, runway 17
Getting ready to go
right,
through
taxi
10,000
via
feet. Lights are
Kilo.
coming off.
Alright, Zulu Kilo.
Logo wings, speaking nav strobe. Oh, there's a little push button there. That's cool. At a 10K. Now, I always get nervous on this. We got a level at 17 here.
American 1343, climb, maintain, flight level 410.
That takes care of that. Climb flight level 410, American 1343. All the way up to 41, chat. 41. Let's go outside. Oh yeah, we're gonna have another nice breakout. Let's enjoy the breakout. 291 410 is set. Let's go full screen cam.
Correction, United 2632 RNAV for Sparrow, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff, caution wake turbulence for the departed 777.
RNAV Sparrow, United 2632.
I love the sound. I think that
actually an A330.
that beefiness, man. I think that sounded way better than the original release on 2020 on the 300.
Virgin 555 heavy climb, maintain, flight level
Just sounded more throaty, I guess, would be another way to say it. There we go. There's another breakout for you. Goodness. When we get on top of these clouds, this bare metal is going to be shining.
17 right, line up and wait.
Yeah, thrust to weight ratio is insane. Not to mention, Romario, we're super light. I mean, dude, we're doing a 2-hour flight, 40,000 pounds of fuel. Like, we are. Did you see? Oh, I think we were rotating before the end of the touchdown zone. I'm pretty sure we were rotating by the end of the touchdown zone, which is going to be good for tonight's stream in the Battleship Gray, because we're going to need that performance.
American 2573.
Side view breakout here.
Runway 17 center, clear land, American 2573.
That wing flex is looking nice too. No, we're not leveling at 17 anymore. Well, sometimes I don't know, for some reason sometimes I screw up the Boeing VNAV. Like, I've screwed it up multiple times, but we don't have to level at 17 anymore. We're going all the way up.
United 2632 radar contact altitude.
1,400, climbing for 5,000, United 2632.
United 2632 altitude checks, climb via the
So you can see this blue line. This is just my throttle position. I have that on to see where my throttles are. I may turn that off. That's an option in the FMC.
American 1455 Fort Worth Center, good morning, 17 right, text by Kilo.
Any plans for the 50K sub special? You'll have to sit around. You have to subscribe to find out.
Runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
Turin, this is live weather. I wound the time back to my real world time I was supposed to take off this morning. So it's sim time is
7:91 behind the company A321.
It's 7:51. It's 3 hours earlier. I just didn't want to get up at 4 a.m. to stream, because if I was going to get up at 4 a.m. to stream, I should have just got up at 4 a.m. to go report to work. Not doing cross the pond. No, we're crossing the Gulf of America. We're crossing the Gulf of America today. We're crossing the small pond. If you haven't honest answer, people say, wait, what? The Pratt & Whitney sounds are truly sublime. Yes. Which? I'm trying to remember what engine's on the United one. I think I think those are the Pratts, right? I'm so bad with my engine variants on airplanes that are not Airbus. Pratt & Whitney is United, yeah. So that's, yes, yeah. The Pratt on the Battleship Gray, here's 18,000, we'll set standard. Standard set once, twice. Oh no, it's all linked. Good, I did have them synced up. Yep. All right, I thought I had them not synced. All right, we are all set. Standards once, twice, and thrice. I guess we should run an after start or after takeoff. Did we get it all? Yes, we did. Normal descent checklist. That's it. We'll go ahead and clear you out. Let's enjoy the climb out here for a few minutes. I'm kind of vibing on this view right here.
You're disconnecting, is that what you said? Alright, thanks for flying. Have a good.
I was at United when we brought the 777 into service, so you can imagine which livery engine combo is my favorite. Oh. Yes, indeed. Well, that makes sense. There's like every United livery possible in the Ops Center 3, so a little soft spot for United, I see. We'll go over that Ops Center 3 too here once we get up to cruise. Climbing 31,000 or 3,000 feet with around 60% thrust is wild. I know. You talk about thrust performance, dude. The last time I did this flight, just like a contrast. So one of the, I think it was the last Cancun turn I did. We were in a heavy 321. It was moderate turbulence all the way down to Cancun. If you could get above 37, I think it was better, and we couldn't get above 33. We were too heavy. So we actually got wrong way 34, I think. We were wrong way for a little bit. Then once you hit
United 2632, climb maintain flight level 350.
what is the fix where they want you to report all the time? It's Keeley. Once you hit Keeley, you got to be at the right altitude. So we had to go back down, and we just had to eat it. But no worries about that when you're flying a triple, man.
Runway 17 right, line up and wait.
Blackbird Control Subman, I had a laugh seeing you put the 737 flap lever over on the 777 flap tracks, mix them up this morning. Wait, is this not the 777 flap lever? Dude, you sent me so many. I'm trying. This is the 777 flap lever, right? I have like 3 different ones, man. Or is it this one? No, this is the same one. Here's a flap lever. I think it's the right one, Blackbird.
American 2570.
I gotta say though, the flap track fairing is really fun on the Blackbird Controls throttle levers. Lifting them up and getting them through that detent is,
Alright, American 25,
it's kind of fun.
Traffic holding in position, cross 17 right, then kilo to the ramp.
This is pre-release, Fly USMC, pre-release right now. So what you see here and now is obviously subject to change, right? But as of right now, this is pre-release. It's not the right one? Well, then where's the right one? Is it a different color? I'll have to go look at my special Blackbird box. I started mixing and matching them when I was trying to get the 727 ones all set up, or the 747. Should do the shortest 777 flight after my Antigua to St. Kitts. That's a pretty short flight, huh? Do you know why in the Caribbean and Gulf some flights use odd altitudes for westbound and vice versa? Traffic, maybe, something going on. You know, we always try to adhere to that rule, right? The east odd, west even. But sometimes traffic or rides don't allow it, and you can get wrong way. Like I've cruised at the wrong direction. Don't tell Thrust Set this, but ATC permitting, you can do wrong way cruise. So like if you're going east and you want to get to 34 is smooth, and you're stuck at 33, you can request 34, and if ATC says you can. So it's not like a hard rule. Are you sure? Blackbird, I'm not going to argue with you. I know you made them. Well, then, which one is my... Oh, is it a round one? Which one do I have? Well, maybe if you would have labeled them, Blackbird. Maybe you should label the levers. I'm westbound right now at an odd level. Nice. All right, here we go. Let's go outside and enjoy some bare metal. Oh, I love it. That's the view right here. Kind of in the shade. The shaded side here as the sun's rising. That's a sweet shot.
1455, ready to contact sail 2.
Yeah, if I were a competent decider, I would have labeled them. Yeah, exactly. I mean, because what happens when you have like 5 different levers? I don't know which one is which. You labeled the tracks. Robert says it makes me ill at ease when they put me on opposing altitudes. I plug in a 0.2 offset when they do that. Helps me relax and enjoy my coffee. 3277, thanks for the ATC for America 1343%. 3277. A 0.2 offset? Maybe we should try a 0.2 offset. Yeah, I tell you what, it does, what made me a little hair stand on the back of my neck a little bit that last Cancun turn. We were leaving Cancun, but they flipped it around, so everyone was taken off to the west.
75 drops before Expo. Can you fly it from LAX to BOS since that's what I'm on in real life for my flight for Expo? Oh, and it would be a Delta delivery. Lol.
Callie Simmer, thank you for the $10 bank angle check. Appreciate you. I doubt it'll drop before the Expo. If it does, though, Callie Simmer, that'll be our second flight ever. I promise you. Well, first one's going to be Miami to Toncontin, and then the second one will be LA to Boston, just for you, Callie Simmer. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. Thanks again for the $10 bank angle check. But the last time we were taking off out of Cancun, it was reverse ops. Everyone's going west, and you're climbing out while they're still bringing traffic in. And I kept hearing every time the controller would key up, you hear that going on in the background. They're talking in Spanish. You hear your call sign, and I'm like, it was a little bit unnerving. And man, that airport, when you go west, I don't know if it was because they had 2 Cessnas in the pattern, which I don't understand. You got 2 parallel runways. You got 2 Cessnas in the pattern. Everybody's departing on the same runway. And no joke, we counted, I think it was 17 airplanes all in line for takeoff. When we departed, the line went all the way down the taxiway. I mean, there were people that had landed. They couldn't get to the terminal because the departure line was so long. It was a big-time cluster.
5 what's your estimated Mach cruise?
777 will only take a full mile. The Falcon will do 0.1s. We use them. That is so cool. So Falcon 50 Microsoft when? Falcon 50 when? I tagged you in my Discord channel with a couple pictures of the 777 levers. All right, Blackbird. I'll look at them after the stream. I'm not going to launch Discord now because I know you're trying to saboteur my stream. They had that many people in the pattern? Yeah. It was. They had two 172s in the pattern, which it didn't make sense. One guy did 2 touch and goes, and then he left. And then another airplane, like we were taxiing out. Let's see if I have a chat. I hosed it.
American 1343 Eastern.
Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, American 1343.
I wasn't sure you were here, American 1343 East, center low, climate control 410.
I'm sorry, I thought we checked on. 35-3, climate 410, American 1343.
43 is the estimated cruise Mach.
Mach cruise will be 8.3. Chat, I totally screwed up. When I dropped that trip, somebody dropped the San Jose turn instead, and I could have picked it up. But I was... Oh my gosh.
72, radar contact, called 30 north of Mike Yankee Delta India Alpha waypoint.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so frustrated. That's a 7-hour turn. Dang it.
Oh well. 25 to 10, 19,
Oh well.
4,000 available.
I go with a 4090 anytime, but price through I-79 XTX is where it's at. Yeah, the AMD, I got to tell you, it's been doing good, man. It's been doing good. San Jose, if you do go there, tell John Lynch to not get pretty $50 billion a year. No, I'm not going there. Someone picked it up, man. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I had the screen up, because when I dropped that trip, I figured someone who doesn't want to do a turn would do a pick up my 2-day, and that's exactly what happened. And I just closed the screen before I looked back, and sure enough, San Jose, which is one of my favorite turns. San Jose is one of my favorites because San Jose is super chill. I have a soft spot for San Jose because as a kid, that's where we'd fly into to go see my grandparents. So anytime I get to fly into San Jose, it's like full circle moment. They have this, if you've been to San Jose Airport, there's it's like I forget what they call those machines where it's constantly cycling. The little wooden balls, they drop and they go through the gates, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom, and then it gets picked up on a chain. Steven would like it. He's an engineer. They have one of those things. And I remember watching that for, I don't know, hours of my life, all the times I'd be in San Jose as a little kid. And to see that still there in the airport is it's kind of like a weird full circle moment. Back when AA owned the Caribbean, we used to have 9-hour augmented turns out of JFK. On 1 on, 3 off, but I prefer the 24-hour layovers in Paradise. Anthony, yeah, that's, I mean, if you get that good overnight, we have a trip like that we do frequently now to San Juan out of Dallas, but the problem is the return is a red eye, and I just don't want to do 5-hour red eye. But yeah, it's not bad. It's a late start on day 1. You get there 24-hour, or I think it's actually longer than that. I think it's like a 29-hour overnight, and then you do a red eye on the way back. Get back to Dallas at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., something like that. All right, 38.9 for 410. Beautiful. Dougal, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude.
Well, 2025 is semi came 2000.
Can we make it to 41? Yeah. Hopefully. Recommended max 426. We're going to have to pull it back a little bit. Come on, baby. How to stall a 777 in 5, 4, 3.
40, then our low rate contact position on 41. So 2025, turn right, 090 on roll out airport,
Chris PT6, we got to monitor this here so we don't stall. Chris PT6, thank you for the $20 super chat, my man. Thanks for the awesome stream, everyone. What did you think of the 7.2 out of Van Nuys in the Discord? Dude, that was an awesome video. I watched that like 5 times. After flying a DC Cali Red Eye and seeing that made my morning. That, I know, that would have made my morning too, man. That 7.2, that was, do we know who owned that one? I mean, obviously it's a private, but that had the winglets and everything. That's a sight to see, dude. I haven't seen an operating 727 in a very long time. The last one I saw, I'm pretty sure used to be a Hawk. I think it was the Phoenix Coyotes. I think I was in Phoenix, and they had the 727 taken off there. But I had to be years ago, man. I don't remember the last time I've seen it. I think that was it. I think that literally was the last time I saw a 727 in operation. I know you see them all dilapidated and burned up on the...
43 clear, passport text, Sierra Bravo, India.
Direct to Sabine Pass, American 3043. Sabine River. Tough fishery if you ever go fishing on Sabine. Oh, there she is.
20, 25, Blueberry approach number 13 right, 13 right to the land.
Clear finish on 13 right, 13 right, clear land of ALO, 2025.
November South End, calling you, center taken.
Man, that's a heck of a bank angle for 40,000 feet. Do we need to adjust that? It's auto. All right. Model 035.
Clearly, Kilo Bravo, Alpha Zulu Airport has filed. Climate take 4,000, departure with main, squawk 4543. 750 Bravo, read back correct, and call for taxi.
All right, we're reaching 41,000 feet. We got there, Chad. 83 Mach 410 is set.
American 2013, say estimated time over Keeley.
Was that for us again? I can't. I'm not used to hearing this call sign. I'm used to hearing 357. But we are estimating Keeley at when are we estimating Keeley? $12:44.
Air Bauga.
12:44 Z is when we get there. All right. Blackbird dropping 20 more gifted subs. Blackbird, you are insane, my man. 20 more gifted subs from Blackbird Controls.
Air Bauga.
Must be having something cooking in the background. Thank you, Blackbird, for another massive gifted sub. Business has been good lately, just spreading some love back to the community. Hey, Blackbird, I appreciate that, man. I think if you get a gifted sub from Blackbird Controls, you have to go buy a Blackbird throttle set. I think that's the way it works. Thank you, Blackbird, again. Very kind. Exclamation point Blackbird, if you do want to check out the exact thrust levers that I am using, again, you can see them full size on the website. But, I mean, this is the flap lever. I mean, I got another flap lever here. I don't know if this is the 7771 or not. Looks the exact same as the other one. Maybe not. Is it rounded? Some of my favorites, the 7271, I mean, they're full size. They're built really, really well. Like, you can feel the quality in these levers. Better than any other lever that I bought on for the Honeycomb Bravo. So, because there's a lot of options for Honeycomb Bravo mods, and I've bought a lot of them. And this is by far the best quality you're going to get for mods on your Honeycomb. So again, thank you, Blackbird. Shout out, appreciate you. Certainly not a requirement, he says. I wouldn't have business without this community, though. I like giving back. No, I appreciate you, man. I'm just joking. But seriously, if you haven't got any Blackbird control levers, you're just missing out.
American 1343, need a little bit more space. When able to direct clam, Kilo Lima Alpha Mike Sierra.
Direct clam for American 1343. Direct clam. It's kind of a new one. Clamming. Then we'll get the seatbelt sign off. I wish they. I know. I wish they made Duke levers. I wish they made Duke levers. Fried clams. A little early for clams for me. It's only 11 a.m. Oh, Blackbird, I'm excited to see it. I'm very excited to see it. The next venture. I'm very excited, especially after seeing the render. I want to see the actual device. All right, we're level of 41,000 feet. It's smoothed out. Let's go ahead and get the seatbelt sign off. You're now free to move about the cabin. Let's do a little cabin tour, shall we? Let's do a little cabin tour. Take a look at the. Put you on the legs page, so I'm not.
Good.
All right, you guys have seen the cockpit. Very similar, almost identical cockpit, I would say. I still love this. This trips me out every time I look at it. This looks so real. I don't know why, but this vest is the most realistic high-vis vest I've seen in Flight Sim. Every time I fly this airplane, I look back there and I'm just like, that is insane. All right, let's open up the door if we can. Can we? All right, we'll go through the door. Study level vest. Crew rest facility. That's where it would be. Into our forward galley here. Key 6, what's up, man? Thank you for the 44 months of support, dude. Appreciate you. If only there was a guy that made levers for the Bravo that could make Duke levers. I know. Keep telling him.
Rudder, the terminal will be Mike Hotel.
777.
Cross
No, I don't know if this actually works or not. I haven't messed with this.
Mike Hotel Zulu, cross.
But here's our forward galley. Beautiful forward galley. Good perf as always. PMDG stuff always has good perf. Really well optimized. Look at that.
Yeah, 2025, just keep caution
Now when we watch our in-flight entertainment, we'll be able to watch it from first class. The next green dot video on the 777 is going to be a first class. Might be our first ever first class in-flight entertainment stream. I have to pick a seat. Maybe one of these seats right here. That's where all the members are. Green dot's going to green dot. All right, Duke on the short list. Yes, Blackbird, yes. Dad, exclamation point Blackbird. I'll put it in there for you. That'll take you right to the 777 levers I'm using, but you can look at all the other levers he has. He's got 7.2 and 737 as well. And 146, BAE 146, RJ 85. No smoking and no vaping. Stop vaping in the labs. I'm tired of having heart attacks. Everyone thinks they can vape in the lab and smoke alarm going off all the time. It's happened. It's feel like there's been an uptick in that. I'm losing patience. There's definitely been an uptick in vaping in the laboratory, in my experience. Have you ever flown on 777 in real life? Yes, I have actually. Actually, the last one I flew on was Chicago-Dallas. Kind of weird. I was commuting back down to Dallas from Chicago, and they had a triple on it. I don't know if it was supposed to be there or a replacement or what. I also took a triple to Honolulu, I believe, many years ago. So now we're in the economy, or I guess, what would it be, like premium select seats? Wait a second, is the seatbelt sign? Oh, that's cool. The seatbelt sign is off too. Look at that. Because we shut the seatbelt sign off, that no longer illuminated. Small little detail. Love that. I like how I don't lose perf in this cabin, though. You know, this is almost PMDG cabins. I think are my perfect level of detail for cabins. Like really good performance, really good windows. This is the key part here. Really good windows. Gotta have a good window. Gotta have a good window frame. This has got to be clean, like it is here. Little fuel dump nozzle out there on the wingtip, and just really good perf. I know some people want to move armrests and open overhead bins, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. But in my opinion, having the perf and the smoothness of the cabin like PMDG is where it's at. That's kind of a cool shot right there. Let's chill there for a minute. The Duke is popular. I think Blackbird levels would sell well. Yes, I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would, Key 6. Dude, what's up, man? I'm so... Key 6, you just missed it, dude. I had an opportunity. I knew it was going to happen. I knew someone was going to drop a San Jose turn when I dropped my 2-day trip. The chat made me drop it on Monday. I could have picked up a 7-hour turn. Can you dump fuel in this? I would imagine you can, Carson Christ. Now, I'm not going to do it today. I know the real airplane can, for sure. I'm not going to dump any fuel, though, because we're already kind of on the... I don't really want to lose any more fuel. But there's your fuel dump, or your fuel jettison nozzle right there. So it's got 2 of them. We'll head all the way back to the last row where AJ's at.
News, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, the cabin feature stuff in BizJets, I agree, Oscar. Because you have a much smaller aircraft, and I feel like a BizJet, a turboprop, the smaller airplanes, for sure, having a high-functioning cabin is neat. Because that's also the part that, unless you've been on a corporate jet, which not a lot of people have, you don't really get to see all those fine details. So I think that is very cool. On the Piaggio especially, you know, every drawer is opening, the toilets are working, all that stuff. I think that's very cool because for someone who hasn't been on a Piaggio, I've been on Piaggio, you get to see what it actually would be like. You know, I'd say most everybody's been on a 737, been on a 320, you know, wide body, 777. So we kind of know what to expect in the cabin. But corporate jet's different ball game. No toilets, though. I guess we have to hold it. No toilets.
Right there, Cockpit.
Here's the last galley. There's a heck of a galley back here. All the ovens, crew meals. Very cool. I'm going to fly on 5 different 737s here on a trip coming up. Yeah, exactly, Steven. So, you know, I mean, you're always flying, dude. Steven, you fly all the time, dude. You post in the Discord all your trips. You're always flying. Now, this would be a pretty good seat to have. Even though all the way in the back, I can almost guarantee you American charges extra for the last few rows here because there's only 2.
43,
That's us.
Estimated time over Keeley.
Estimating Keeley 1244. Or, I'm sorry, hold on. That's sim time. Stand by. (1307Z), and it'd be 1607 Zulu for American 1343. Is that right? What time now is it, Zulu?
1343. The current time is 16:17. So we can go back in time. That would be amazing.
I'm sorry, it'd be 1707Z for American 1343. Right? 1707.
Across Keeley, 1707 Zulu.
Yep, we'll cross at 1707 for American 1343. Using that Texas math. That's what happens when you wind the sim time back. Yeah, 1707Z. Well, actually, yeah, because it's 1217. There we go. We're fine. We'll cross it there. We're going to maintain our Mach 8.3 so we stay on time over Keeley. I've been on DC-10s, MD-11s. Got lucky to be on a U.S. Air Force KC-10 in the cockpit. Nice. They don't charge extra for those seats? Sitting there from London to Charlotte in less than a few weeks. That's awesome, then. I mean, that's a good seat. If you're going to be in the economy seating, man, have a little 2x2 right there. That's a secret. Leave that secret be, says Jacob. Well, the secret's out now. The secret is out now. Does RTA work? I'm sure it does. Let's mess around with it. I wanted to see something. So Keeley.
430.
That's not that one. Not that one. Let's go to Prague. Clams next. Position report. RTA Keeley. And we want to cross it at 1307. 1307Z. Execute. And now we could go back to what's it, VNAV speed?
2491, right?
And it's going to maintain 83 across Keeley at 1307Z. Do I need to change the altitude? I don't think I can change these. No. So, yeah, RTA. Cross track, RMP, how could I do a offset? Out of curiosity.
1 minute short, any 5 minutes between you guys. So the plane across Keeley at 1712 Zulu, and I'll either slow you down.
Route page, no, that's maybe not in the VNAV. Oh yeah, we need to change our cruise altitude. I forgot.
Crosshair Bravo, ready contact, Conic is 4000.
Init ref. Final cruise 410. Invalid entry. I guess you can't change it there, so you gotta be here. No. Step 2. It's got 410 right there. Oh, final cruise right there. There we go. Now we're speed, VNAV path, that looks good. Frickin' Boeing, man, you gotta do everything yourself. Yeah, I thought you could change it here on the init, on the index init, I guess, but now it is. But you can't change it there, so I guess you have to change it on the VNAV page. RTA 83. And then where is our Cancun fuel 13.4? So we're looking good. RTA route track adjustment, right? Where would be the lateral
2491 ready to
lateral
go.
offset?
372.
Why are they asking a time on the waypoint? D-Doom, that's very common when you're going out over on the GOMEX route. So this is a GOMEX route over to the Gulf of Mexico, or is now the Gulf of America. So now we'll see we're feet wet. And they want to know what time you're going to cross Keeley, because that's where they're going to hand you off to Merida Center. And they no longer have control, so they give Merida a heads up. Now, it used to say on the chart, and I think it still does, but we don't do it anymore. I don't know if it's just because they changed their procedures or what, but you used to always have to contact Merida 10 prior because they want to know where you're coming before you get to Keeley. But now we don't even do that anymore. The only one we contact prior now is if you go deep south, or if you go to going over Cuba, Havana Center, they still require you to contact them 10 prior to entering Havana. It's on the route page. Oh, offset. There we go. 1 mile right. 01.
50, I believe I said out of files, so once past 400 feet, direction first waypoint. But yeah, when able to clear our cases.
Oh, my apologies.
Negative or positive?
No one.
Yeah, see. Go see a real Boeing driver for doing that. R1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I just crashed it. Chat. Chat. Yep. We just WASM'd it. Trying to put in an offset. You're all dead to me.
What runway you planning at Quadrant? The wind's variable 6.
Yeah, I'm set up for 3-2, but I can accept anything next week.
Why would I even mess with the offset? Damn it.
We have held up for Roger on the 3 to taxi Delta Foxtrot Alpha, cross runway 1.
She's WASM, chat. Well, at least it's more testing. I don't know if this bird has autosaves. We jinxed the PMDG saying it's so stable. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you mess around. Contrails are still working. Gulf of Mexico sends a regards. That's such a bummer. I don't know if there's anything we can do to save it.
Alright, 3164, was that your contact?
Affirmative, November 2.
We're 3164, clear to the Conner Airport.
I was wondering if there was like a settings or something.
Departure with main, squawk 5262, squawk only.
No, that's all our landing en route.
364, reback track, call for taxi.
That's still working.
3008.
We'll call for taxi and also 3008.
No, it's not an active pause. Can you reboot the? No, it's She's cooked, chat.
Back team, join them. On the departure turn left, heading 350, runway 15 left, good takeoff.
Well, check the FOFMS. No, it's going to be toast too.
That's 2491, FSCOM, final 330, high for you shortly.
With the WASM crash, the airplane stops stuttering, but the tablet will continue as its non-WASM outside the airplane. This is sort of the poor QC stuff that makes me insane with Microsoft. I get it, man. Yeah, it's, well, we got one logged. That's all right. I'm sure it'll be ironed out at some point. But I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to... I can start in flight, so I'm gonna try that right now. So let's end this. Disconnect from the network. And I'm gonna try something. So how much fuel we have? We've got 30,000 pounds, and we are just prior to Clams. So we're about 80 miles from Clams on the map, actually, because I can launch us in the air. Southeast of Galveston. All right. So let me end this. And I'm curious. I've never tried this before, but we're going to try it. We're going to set as departure. Airborne. I wish I could increase the altitude. Now, this might be interesting. Let's see what happens. If we can load in and climb up and do an instant fuel, we might get brace. Just brace, because I think it's gonna. I hope it doesn't go cold and dark. It might. We'll see. Let's give it a second. We gotta let it load up here. Let's give it a second. Let's go back. PMDG setup. Panel load. Go to climb, cruise, state, execute. It's going to load a cruise state, panel state. Let's give it a second. We're at 30,000 feet. Let's just go ahead and get the airplane doing something. So the autopilot is on. Let's come back here. Let's climb to 41,000 feet. How much fuel we got? Total fuel 130,000 pounds. Delta P is going bananas. I'll tell you what, let's just climb to let's go 36,000 feet. Flight level change 83. We're turning to the south. Let's go all the way southbound. Alright. Now let me try. Can I do an init index? Oh, let's just do. I guess we'll do it the old school way. Route. Page 1. DFW Cancun. Route requesting. Let's see if we can load a route in here. Might have overtemped our engines. Route request has been sent. I'll tell you what, let's bring back our sim time. So it was, what time was it? It was like 13:11. Let's just call it 13:11. There's our route. Okay. Load route. Uplink is loading. Stand by, chat. Stand by. We're getting somewhere. We're turning southbound. We're climbing. We'll execute that. Legs page. Let's go direct to... Are we past Clams? We might be. There's Kings. Let's go direct to Kelp. Direct Kelp, execute. Going to Kelp. We got to do the ILS 12 left X-ray, Rydug, Vomar 1 Alpha, execute. That looks good. Index, init ref. I don't know if I can do the weights though. So to do weights, let's go to PMDG setup. PMDG setup. Nope. FS actions. Fuel. How much fuel did we have on board when we crashed out? 30. Let's just say we had 40,000. Can I put that there? Yes, 40,000 pounds. Beautiful. Let's go back to our payload. Passengers. Let's set max. Let's load them up. Max passengers. That looks good. get the 0 fuel weights in there. Reserves, I don't remember what let's just take 10 reserve. Cruise altitude 41,000 feet. Cost index was 35. That looks good. I think we're doing it. Insufficient fuel, they say. Why is that? Why would we have insufficient fuel? Oh, we had 40? There we go. That gets rid of that. That looks good. If I go to Prague page, Cancun, 22.9, estimated landing with 22.9. That looks good. Keeley is next, 1346Z. We were supposed to cross Keeley at 1307. When were we supposed to cross Keeley? 1307 sim time. So we'll wind this back. Put the data page back on there. There's 1246. So 15 minutes. There's Keeley at 1301. Keeley at 1307. That looks good. Let's go direct Keeley, which we get direct Keeley a lot anyway. Direct Keeley. Execute. Direct Keeley at 1306. Now 1 minute off. That's fine. We're climbing to 360. I don't like that that's red. Yeah, 1707 was real time, but we're back in our sim time. Oh shoot, we got an LNAV VNAV. There we go. Back on course. LNAV VNAV 36. What's our now with our? I messed with the weights a little bit. Max 40.5, optimum 37. So let's just do 30. We're going east, so let's do 38. 38,000 feet with a step. Matter of fact, we'll just make our final 380. And I'll redirect Keeley, execute, LNAV VNAV speed. Hey, listen to that. Look at that, chat. Like nothing ever happened. Like nothing ever happened. Oh, it should be odd. You're right. I'll do it. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll leave it even just to trigger everybody in the chat. We're going to leave it even. Wrong way at 38,000. That's actually considering what we just went through. That's not bad at all. We put our traffic back up here. We don't need the weather radar. There's no weather out there. Why is our delta P through the roof? 9.4. We're climbing. Hopefully they modeled the relief valve. I'm sure they did. Look at that. And now, could we, I think theoretically, could we reconnect to the network? Or would we, are we in the middle of somewhere? We are, let's reconnect. Screw it. ATC is offline. All right, we're reconnecting. And we'll get our old squawk code in there too. It was 0565. I mean, how about that? For PMDG recovery, man. I tell you what. We're TARA. That all looks good. And we should be on... is Houston still there? Houston's offline. So 22.8 will be Unicom. Like nothing ever happened. I got to tell you. It doesn't have an autosave, but that worked pretty dang good. That worked pretty dang good. Did an air start. You've got the cruise... You've got the cruise selectable menu here for the panel state, which is, that came in clutch. Then you just put your weights back to what they were. I love it. And now we got the, and now PMDG is aware of that, and there's a fix. I'm sure they will iron it out. I will tell you that is the first ever across any sim. That is the first ever WASM crash I've ever had in a PMDG aircraft. Ever. going all the way back to, I mean, did WASM exist in FSX? I don't know. But, all right. Hey, I'm happy. We're happy, happy, happy. We'll go ahead and turn seatbelt signs off. Tell you what, smoke them if you got them, since we did a recovery. So, yeah, no WASMs in FSX. Okay. Well, that was the first ever issue I've had with a PMDG airplane, but we're right back up and flying in less than, 5 minutes? Delta P is coming down, so we're looking good. We might have over boosted these suckers here. The red box is a little concerning. I think I do have failures on. I actually think I do have failures on. Let me go here, request our old sim brief data. Look at that. How did I get to the, was it ground ops? Oh gosh, I thought I tried to open the door. Ground maintenance. No, maybe I was in an airplane. Is it in the menu? In the FMC? It might be in the FMC. Because I did have like save fluid levels and everything. Look at that, 38,000 feet, Chad. Delta P's coming down. And we're still cruising to Cancun. Got to love it. Robert says, WASM crashes are within the core of Microsoft Flight Simulator itself. They haven't gotten the attention they need from the platform devs, so the DLC devs, like PMDG, are left to try and create protections from them. I can only imagine how infuriating that is, man. I can only imagine how infuriating that must be. And then, of course, you throw in the fact that everybody's, once you release an airplane, like, how much testing can one development team do? And then when you release it to the masses, and then you have all these other factors that come into play that you've never seen before, that's got to be, you talk about infuriating. I can totally understand that. But hey, I mean, be proud of this product, because I mean, look, 5 minutes, we're back up exactly where we were. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing. From the fearless autosave to this recovery, V1 has become unstoppable. I will not let crashes bring me down, man. AMD taught me that. Ever since switching to AMD, I had to learn to deal with crashes. If we get 100,000 users testing it on day one, I don't really view that as a problem. There you go. That's it, or that's a good problem to have. Need to do an external walk around, show us the treadwear. JD Shemp, when we get into Cancun. Remind me, Shemp, when we get into Cancun, we'll actually walk around. We'll do a little post-flight walk around the model, because it'll be cool to walk around in the bare metal high sun too. Skill issue, AMD is great for me and Team Vodka. Well, Turk, I tell you what, listen, you just reminded me. I totally jinxed it. Do you guys remember the start of the stream when I said I've never had an issue, and I guarantee you I just jinxed it? Look at that. But no, AMD has been great for me, Turk, ever since the DDU wipe that I did with Vodka, and I did the registry stuff. I think you might have been right. I might have had some leftover Intel drivers that were maybe conflicting or causing issues, because I have not, although I've had a few other crashes. We had that, what did we have in X-Plane? The Vulcan Air. We had a Vulcan Air in X-Plane, and then that's really it. That was the only issue that we had after we did some work on the hardware, or on the PC. Yeah, Vulcan device air loss, that's what it was. Yeah. And we've done some long flights, so I will say this AMD has been much better post DDU wipe. I like the little texturing there on the wings. Turk works fine with Sim Update 2, but keep in mind it is beta. Okay, yeah. So I haven't tried Sim Update 2 beta, and I think I'm gonna hold off, because even though I get those weird, it's very inconsistent. I get inconsistent stuttering while taxiing. It doesn't matter what airplane I'm in, doesn't matter what airport I'm at, and it's only when I'm taxiing in forward view. And I'm pretty sure that's a Sim Update 1 thing, or something's going on with this version of Sim. But I think I'm going to live with that, because everything else seems to be doing okay. And since this bird is is pretty stable right now on sim up day 1. I'm content with it because I got some more hops I want to do in this. We got to take out Battleship Gray. We got to go visit Eagle, Colorado, do a little San Francisco hop tonight. I think that's the plan. I don't know. Should we go San Fran to Eagle? I think we should go Eagle to San Fran. Blast out, max perf. Fly westbound against the wind a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. The entire PMDG dev team is in here. Yeah. Well, I do appreciate you guys. Thanks again for sending me a pre-release copy. Very, very humbling and very honored to be part of that group. Be able to take a little sneak peek at these airplanes. But Eastern T3, me too, man. I'm so excited. Put the right flap lever on, says Blackbird. Which one? All right, hold on. Let me go look. Is it a different color, Blackbird? Or is it the same color? Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me find this. Blackbird's driving me nuts here. We got to find the right Blackbird lever. Marshawn13 VR Flight Sim, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, thanks for showcasing the entire aircraft. I can't wait to get my hands on this beast. I appreciate all your amazing work, community contributions. Hey, Marsha13 VR, thank you so much for that $5 super chat and kind words, man. I'm just glad that you all are receptive to it still because I love doing it. I love doing it. So, all right, let me look. Give me 1 second over here, Blackbird. You have control. Hold on, don't. Here. You have control. Don't touch anything. So, how do we set an offset? Let's not set an offset. We're not doing any more offsets, dang it. I'm actually kind of tempted to try it again just to see if it's like repeatable. But I'm not going to do it. I'm also going to bring my hardware levers back to match. All right. So Blackbird, here's the thing. I have 3 sets of levers. Are you talking? Is this the one, the straight one? Because I have another one here that's curved. So I'm assuming maybe it's the straight one. But that wouldn't make sense because how would this get in the detent though? You know what I'm saying? This is the one. But then how do I get it in the detent? Because then I'd have to mount the flap backwards. You see what I'm saying? So the knob on this one is on the left side. And if I put that, it won't work. I think you sent me a fouled yeah, fake news, dude. You sent me the wrong one. I'm going to return these. I need to put in the support ticket. Sent me the wrong detent flap lever. My mistake. Blame the stroke I had February. No worries, man. Dude, don't even worry about it, man. It's possible I have another one lying around here somewhere, dude. I'm trying to think. But I see what you're saying because I see the difference. So I'll put them up here to the camera. You can see one is curved and one's got that straight shank on it. Oh, you put the flap knob is on backward. Well, can I just turn it around? No, that looks like it's secured really good. Yeah, the flap knob is on backwards. That's what it is. Okay. We'll survive. Looking at the this is the 727 speed brake lever. You know what I really love about it, dude, is that little black triangle that you got on there. Small little detail like that, man. Small details. Love it. All right. We're back. We're back to full screen cam. I've got control. We're estimating Keeley 13. 04Z, so we added a few minutes. That's fine. Let's go ahead and enjoy some outside view. Oh, there's the shot right there. I think that's the shot. I think that's the shot right there. Turn it down a little bit. Murphy's Law, never had that problem with a customer. End up making the mistake for the guy that shows my stuff to the world. It's all good, man. So is it supposed to be easier to move the flap lever then with the other one? Yeah, Jared, so what he's saying is that was like just a testing copy he sent to me, and the flap lever is just 180 the other way. The top of the flap lever, the little white part. So if I were to 180 the flap lever, then it would fit perfectly. Howdy, Captain. How's she handling in 24? Curse flight sim guy, I got to be honest with you, man, it's been great. Taxiing, I love taxiing this airplane in 24. I love the rotation. I love the way it hand flies. Now, I am using the Brunner force feedback yoke again. So, but I can tell you, even with a regular yoke, because I use my TCA yoke at home. I have my TCA Boeing yoke set up on my home PC now, where I make thumbnails and stuff when I have time, and it still flies great, man. And the PMDG stuff, I've always enjoyed the way they hand fly. But yes, in 24, I love it. I especially love landing this bird in 24. Now I'm gonna try to get a nice butter. I had a good butter in practice, but I also had a little smasheroo on one of them, so we shall see. But having this airplane in 24 has just got me so excited. I mean, you saw the departure, the color palettes, the cloud formations. That to me is what drives me back to 24. Even though it's been, we've definitely had some hiccups in 2024. It has not been the smoothest platform out there. But, you look back to 2020. When 2020 first released, that was also pretty rough. I didn't even fly 2020 for the first year. It's like a press fit or detent, something that keeps it secured in place. What, Steven? Are you talking about the flaps? It's a... Oh, dude. I can't even... Let's see if I can show you. I can't pull it out. So there's a spring inside. I think there's a spring, right, Blackbird? So if you look at the base of this, see how there's like two of them? That will actually pop out. I could do it with the speed brake lever. Hold on. I can show you because we got the speed brake lever right here. Let me move the camera a little bit. So I'm going to move this. So hopefully we don't deploy the speed brake lever. But watch this. I'm going to pop it up. And it's a real hard click. And there's actually on the track here, there's a little detent for, you see this little silver knob, the little silver, I guess what is that, little button? That it pushes in right there. And he has these little milled slots for this. So that's up, and that's the arm detent. And I can actually feel it. Then I can put it back, and then I can stow the speed brake down. So to get it into the arm detent, just like the real airplane, you got to lift up and put it in the detent, and then you can obviously run it all the way back, deploy it. But yeah, these flap and spoiler add-ons are the best I've ever felt for Bravo mods. I mean, obviously the throttles themselves are fantastic, but the design of how he gets the ergonomics right, of how you have to pull up, lock it into the detent, push it back, push it down. It's cool. It's so much more engaging than just having a lever that you slide, So that's where, I mean, to me, the ingenuity really shines when you look at the spoilers and flaps that he's done. Now, the throttles, I can't say enough good things. I mean, I can't even fit them in the screen because they're so big. But they're fantastic. All the buttons are there, just like the real set of throttles, the ergonomics. And you guys know me. I mean, I have a full 767 Quadrant from Throttletek. This is just a different product, aimed at a different customer. If you're looking for a replica Quadrant, you're looking at a completely different price point. You're looking at a different set of hardware altogether. But a lot of us have the Bravo because it's so easy to configure to what you want it to be. And when you start adding these mods like Blackbird has, it brings it to another level. Robert says, I need this now, damn you, V1, damn you. Hey, listen, Blackbird, you might get an order from Mr. PMDG himself. Oh, you know what you should do, Blackbird? You should work on some 747 levers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need them. You need them, Mr. Randazzo, because it adds that little bit of immersion is not quite the right word. I don't know how to describe it. Just that, I guess it would be immersion, because the manipulation of the hardware is what you would be doing in the real thing. So that's why I like it. Especially on the 727 when you got to manually deploy the speed brakes first. So flying the 727, you land, slam the throttles back, slam the speed brake out, drop the reversers. Just adds a whole nother set of dynamics to sim flying that I've really come to enjoy. 747 levers would be great, but the Duke first, please. Yeah, Duke first. Duke first. I mean, the 7.4 can't be that hard, right? Because you already got the 7.2. And I use, since I have two sets of 727 levers, I stack them all up. I've run 1, 2, 1, 2. A Blackbird 747 classic levers would sell out so quickly because I'd buy them immediately. Yeah, me too, man. Did you have any additional setup for the flaps and speed brake, changing curves or editing? Jeremy, I have not. Now, that's a great question. And I will tell you this, because we've been in X-Plane lately too. X-Plane's dead zone stuff, I don't know if it's the beta that I'm in. I can't get it to work properly. So, for instance, let's say you want to make a dead zone on the speed brake axis in X-Plane. I know how you do it, but for some reason it's not translating to the sim. So that's kind of been a pain for certain airplanes. With Microsoft, though, I can't believe I'm saying this, it works exactly like it should. Now, out of the box, I haven't had to make any custom curves or dead zones for the spoilers or for the flaps with the Blackbird levers. Now, everybody's hardware might be a little bit different. Make sure yours is calibrated. The only thing I have noticed, a little bit of a tip, take the speed brake, for example. Let me grab one that's not mounted so I can show you. Here we go. There's the 7. Oh, dang it. Drop that one. Let's try another one. All right. So here is the 727 spoiler track, okay? Now, one thing that I've noticed is pay attention to the top of the track here, right? You see the thickness of this part right here? When you slide this into your Bravo, you want to make sure that this is all the way forward. Okay, because you could accidentally slide, not accidentally, I mean, you could, if you're not paying attention, you can latch it into place, but it's not all the way forward. So when your spoiler lever is at the top of the gate, it's not actually at the top of the axis because the track needs to be slid up further. So when you're installing these tracks, make sure you slide them and you install them all the way forward. That way you're getting, when it's stowed, because if it's not, even though your spoiler lever is in the stowed position on the track, that part right there will keep it, a quarter of an inch out in the axis, triggering the axis to deploy. Now, even if that's the case, in Microsoft, it's pretty easy. You just make a dead zone there and you're fine. In X-Plane, my dead zones don't seem to be working for that. And I don't know what that is, because that never used to be the case. But same with the flap fairing, or the flap track over here too. When you slide them into your Bravo, make sure you slide them all the way forward, and then you shouldn't have any issues. And to get back to your original question, long-winded answer, no, I haven't had to make any custom dead zones or anything for Microsoft with any of the add-ons that I have, whether it's the 737, 727, 777. So as far as Microsoft goes, pretty much all been plug and play. But again, everybody's hardware might be a little bit different. Also, make sure you do have a good solid calibration on all your hardware. I have noticed with my tillers, when I switch my tillers around, so here's the 737 tiller that I have. When I switch this around to my 777 tiller, it reads it as the same tiller device, and if you don't change it, it will use the old calibration from the other device, and your center point might not be there, so you have to recalibrate it. So you should always make sure, if you're ever having issues with axes, first step, do a calibration in Windows first, and then launch the sim. That has been pretty much a tried and true method for me, get anything like that to work. The other quick fix is install the tracks and then run a quick calibration on that axis. Oh, there you go. So I guess, Blackbird, what you're saying is put the track in first and then do another calibration so then it has the new 0 point. That's obviously, there you go. Perfect. There you go. Another tip. So I haven't had to do that. I've just had the tracks installed forward. I haven't had any issues, but as Blackbird said, there you go. Install the tracks, and if you're having issues with the dead zone or something, rerun the calibration with the tracks installed, and that way you'll get that new 0 point. So, good deal, man. Ooh, is this a schedule alert? Stand by. Stand by, chat. I am so disappointed I didn't get San Jose on Tuesday. Like, who picked it up? Let me see. If it's somebody junior to me, I'm really going to be upset. Let's see. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Let's see. That was going to be on what day? The 28th? Oh, it's like the number 2 guy in base. That's fine. He can have it. He's going to retire soon. All right. That's all he does. That's funny. I'm looking at his... All he does are San Jose turns. Must have a good bot. Alright. Back to full screen cam. Let's see how we're doing in here. Do a little update. So, Keeley, we're early. It's fine. ATC logged off. We don't have Merida Center online. Right about now, once we get close to Keeley, you want to know how the radio calls go? PMDG Blackbird collabs is happening right before our eyes. I know it, dude. Look at that. Fantastic. So real world comm would be Merida hello, American 1343 heavy 380. American 1343 Rayer. Maintain 380. Maintain 380, American 1343. Then about 5 seconds later, American 1343 Merida, proceed direct Vomar. Present position direct Vomar, American 1343. Correct. I like to get the correct in there. So now we're going direct Vomar. American 1343, confirm squawk 0565. Affirmative squawk 0565, American 1343. Right here. Thank you. Robert giving away a free copy of 777 for control levers. Be a good trade-off. Love it. And right here. I'm just happy to see bare metal back in the sim. There are some angles with the sunlight that aren't awesome. We'll see what some of the third-party livery people can come up with, but like, this has always been my favorite shot, kind of like a bright and a dark chrome. A little bit of wear. Oh, I'm sure once the third-party livery painters get a hand of it, and they'll throw in some. They'll do. I'm sure Whiskey Throttle will do a retro bare metal that's like fully dirtied out. It's been through the ringer. 500,000 cycles or something. Who knows? Let's see. Oh, I'm talking to Will about the Bravo. Some dirty flaps. I know. I love dirty flaps. I'm sure we'll see them. I mean, most of the 777 that I can remember, though, have all been pretty clean. I will say, my last 787 experience, which was a while ago, I was very disappointed with how clean that airplane wing was. I mean, it looked like it looks like in the sim. Just bright white, and plastic. That's what it looks like. I will definitely take a 777 over a 78. I'm not monitoring Delta Ops. Uh-oh, did I miss a good convo on Delta Ops? Oh, sorry. We gotta monitor Ops. 21.5. I was kind of hoping Merida would jump online. Kind of surprised they're not, considering it's crossed the pond today and everybody's flying. Reminds me of an AA bare metal toy plane I had as a child. Yeah, I've got a couple of them, dude. Matter of fact, where's Steven at? A couple of my stuff got delivered today. A couple of my models that we were ordering online. Hold on, I gotta text the wife real quick. Told her I'd missed out on an awesome trip. Alright. 777 luxury liner. How you liking the various engine sounds? I like them, man. And if you go back to the takeoff, dude, I love the adjustment to the bassiness of the sounds. Now the Pratts are awesome. Yeah, I went direct Vomar. That's what you'd get real world, man. You get direct Vomar. Very rare do you not get direct Vomar. Matter of fact, let me see if my real world flight today that I was supposed to fly went direct Vomar. Let me look it up. Make a liar out of me. Flight aware. Yep, they went direct Vomar. You can see it on the track log. After Keeley, direct Vomar. And let's see. Let's see if who else went direct Vomar. There's a couple of flights at the same time here. Yep. Shoot. American 1343, they got direct Vomar from Keeley just about. I mean, it looks like they hit Keeley and went straight to Vomar, which is pretty much what we did. I don't know the 777-200 much. Is the bucks around the EPR supposed to be red? No, that's on me. So we had a hiccup. We had a crash en route. So I reloaded airborne, and I think we overboosted the engines. I'm pretty sure that means that an exceedance happened. That would be my assumption, is that there was an exceedance. When we reloaded, we launched airborne, and I was at full just Toga thrust. We could take a little look-see here at the engine page. But, yeah, that won't be there as long as you do everything properly. Everything looks pretty normal here. Electrical page, everything's looking good. All of these are obviously model. Look at the hydraulics. Fuel down to 31.3. We're looking good on the fuel. Jacobs, thank you for the 19 months support, man. Appreciate you. Oh, this is cool. Look at all the temperature zones. A little bit more than a 320, that's for sure. A, B, C, D, E, N, F. All perfectly set, about 24C. Door pages, gear, flight controls. I guess I can put you on the after takeoff, before takeoff, normal. We'll be at the descent checklist, as that's what we'll be when we start down. Get rid of that. Let's go ahead and see if we can't bring up some ATIS. Flight information. Let's do ATIS request. And we're going to do Cancun, MMUN. I don't know if we'll be able to pick one up. Let's do Cancun. Can I request it from PMDG? Let's see if it'll bring in ATIS requests. See what they're doing in Cancun. Right about now, you'd also get a American 1343. No, that's wrong. American 1343. American 1343, go ahead. American 1343, direct Vomar, descend and maintain 4000 via Vomar 1 Alpha when ready. Okay, when ready, descend via Vomar 1 Alpha 4000 feet, American 1343 heavy. There you go, see? Who needs ATC? So, they'll give us the descend via when ready, which is basically pilot's discretion, descend via the arrival. So we'll pull those out. We'll go to our arrival. I had these starred, but let's pull them back up here. Vomar 1 Alpha. So we're Vomar. The bottom altitude is going to be Vixie at 4,000 feet. And then we transition from Vixie to the X-ray ILS. Oh, I had the Rydug in there. We're going to Vixie. They need to change that. So let's go back to the departure arrival index. New messages. Hey! There's our Cancun. Let's see. Surface wind 090 at 1130. Cool. So wind 0, surface wind's 90 at 11. Yeah, so we're set up. We need to change the approach via. So ILS 12 left X-ray via Vixie. There we go. Execute that. That'll change that just a little bit. Vomar 1 Alpha Vixie. Cool. Init ref will be flaps 30, 140. That checks out. 7 miles scattered, 1,500 feet. Awesome. Cool. Got our ATIS done. Oh, let's go back here. Let's go do this one. Let's go ahead and get you off there. Gets that notification off. Can you print that? Like if you have a printer hooked up? I'm not sure. All right. We're all set up. Descend via at 4,000. So I will set 4,000 feet right now. $4,000 feet is set. VNAV is armed. I don't think there's anything to scan out there. I'll keep the weather radar off for right now. I guess you can throw up terrain mode. Why not? And the minimum on the approach is going to be... ILS is going to be 250 in the barrow. So we will do a barrow min 250. Oh, that scrolls pretty quick. I like that. Barrow 250, LNAV, VNAV. It's armed, right? ILS 110.7 to 125. 110.7, 125. Mandatory at 532 is 1400. DA is 250. Touchdown 22 will be stable by 1,000 feet. Sector altitude off Cancun 2,000. Mist will be visual approach straight out over the water. We'll call it 1,500 feet. Publishes in the box. It's up to 3,000. Climbing left turn Atmos and hold. Pappy's on the left. Real approach lights. We do have a scenery installed. I do have the, I believe it's the Mako Sim Cancun. So hopefully it works smoothly. This is, I'm going on a limb here with the Payware scenery, but we're going to be planning 1-2 left, Alpha 3 exit. Be light on the brakes, will be super light. We'll take Delta, Terminal 3 here. What gates we have? Terminal 1, 2, Terminal 3. We'll probably take, let's go 42. We'll come in off Delta 1, we'll go to 42. For our arrival gate. That is all set. Let me view up on full screen. Just about ready to start down. 20 miles. Enjoy the view. Assuming you spawned in a check perf? Yeah. Yeah, we reset the perf. We did everything back. We redid all that perf after we spawned back in. Saw a report that United is scheduling retirement of the 7.6 and older 777-200s. Ah, man. Say goodbye to an era of those 7.6s. Are they? Let's see. So they have 7.6s. Delta, do they have a few 7.6s still? I think Delta still has a few 7.6s, right? Oh, performance at the payware. Yeah. In testing, it was okay. Can you request cell call over CPDLC? I'm having issues getting New York radio. What airplane are you in, Zippy? You want to get a cell call over CPDLC? I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Or you mean you want a cell call check? Oh, you're in the 787? I don't know. I've never requested it over CPDLC. Normally, so a cell call check, you got to do those before departure, I thought, for us. I don't know, man. I don't do oceanic. The only time we do cell call checks is when we do our like oceanic stuff across the waters plus airspace. That's the extent of narrow body Airbus water stuff that we do. But we got to do our cell call checks on the ground. Because if your cell call fails, then we got to run the HF, which that's exciting. Running HF for 4 hours. Does the new 777 have PDC and CPDLC? I believe it does, yes. All right, idle VNAV speed. Engines are coming back. Sounds are coming up. Here we go. So if you go to the COM menu again here, right here. Flight information, oceanic departure, oceanic ATIS request, tower, so I've never played with these because most of my VAT simming is US anyway, and the US VAT sim doesn't use CPDLC. So I've never really messed with it, but I'm pretty sure you can. And I don't even have my Hoppy logged on because I got tired of getting spammed from the Latter-day Saints, so I just stopped putting in my Hoppy stuff. Do actual controllers use CPDLC in the U.S.? Limited. So corporate aviation, believe it or not, they use it all the time. My buddy in the Falcon 7X, that's all they use. And for airlines, you can use it. It's common for clearances and limited en route, but it's not mainstream yet. Now, I actually just did get an email not long ago saying that they're going to be phasing out more of that, or phasing in more of the CPDLC en route. So it might be coming sooner than later. As usual, the U.S. is behind Europe on this one. You could use CPDLC on the 777 if VATSIM control has this, of course. Right, the VATSIM controller's got to be running it, and I don't think I've ever seen a VATSIM controller running CPDLC, at least when I want to fly. Yes, we do CPDLC for the most part en route. Only a couple centers don't have it. There you go. I know the corporate guy has been using CPDLC en route forever. Career Trap, I use CPDLC the whole time on it to BWI. Nice. Career Trap. CPDLC is for those people who prefer to text than call. Exactly. I want to talk on the phone. All right, we'll put you into below. I guess we'll put it on since we're in this one. Let's put you in below left. We're in TARA 0565. Cancun Tower is online. Cancun ATIS India is current. ILS X-ray 12 left in use. Beautiful. 30 degrees down there. Why are we behind a little bit already? How did we start out of the gate below the path? Let's use our Blackbird control speed brake lever to catch up a little bit. Down we go. Just wait till Gen Z kids get a hold of CPDLC. I know. I mean, I get, it's definitely going to be more streamlined, but sorry. I was trying to catch up to the VNAV path. Why are you? Oh, it's just trying to slow down for the speed? What's your red bar on the EPR? That's because we rebooted the sim, or rebooted the flight because we had a WASM issue. Below 23 and 20. Yeah, I got the speed brake out because you're high on path. That's why, dude. Skill issue. We're catching up to it now. Man, it doesn't like it when the speed brake's out, does it? Oh, because we're in hold mode with the thrust up. Oh my gosh. 777 seawall incident about to happen here. There we go. User error, as always. Alright, we already got that. Let's go to normal descent. So, recall. Check notes, auto brake. We'll leave it off. Landing data, VREF minimums. We've set those. Flaps 30, 40. That checks. Approach briefing completed. Approach checklist, altimeters. We'll get those next. I don't think there's a speed on this one. Max 280. Alright, here she comes. Here she comes. VNAV. VNAV path. Speed brake stowed. We may have... I'm trying to think why my thrust levers are doing weird things now. Auto throttle disconnect. Auto throttle arm. Why is it only moving one throttle though? It's semi-concerning. Might have to go manual thrust here in a little bit. What's the real difference between a 200 and 300? The 200 is much shorter. Well, much shorter. It's shorter than the 300. It's really the main difference. Size. You get 3 engine options with the 200, which is pretty cool. So we'll be flying the Pratts tonight, Battleship Gray, and we will not try to do a lateral offset. Three engine options, shorter fuselage, old school paint jobs. Better looking 777. I like the look of the 200 better. I like the proportions of the shorter airplane than the 300. Stubbier wings. Are the wings different? Are the wings different between the 200 and 300? Who's flying the 200 any more than United? In the U.S., I don't know. Does American still have some 200s? Or did they retire all the 200s? AA has 200s. Yeah, I think America still has 200s. The wings, they made them larger for the 300? Oh, nice. So that's a step up from what Airbus did when they just used the same wing. All right, 21.9. Below 23, above 20. We're on the path. We're looking good now. A little bit. 280 max speed. We're doing 270. That's fine. If I go to the VNAV speed econ, that's what I wanted. Let's do, can I change that? Can I make it maintain 270? Beautiful. Delta retired the 200 ERs. Yeah, Delta doesn't have the 200s anymore. I think it's just American United in the U.S. Now, there's some others that are, a lot of other countries are flying them. I just want it for bare metal, dude. Bare metal, Battleship Gray, and who else has what are like some of the oldest 200 liveries that would be really good? Delta. I know there's a retro Delta 777 livery in the Ops Center Manager. Oh, we didn't even look at that. I wanna pull up the Ops Center. I think I can show the Ops Center. The new Ops Center 3, pretty sweet, pretty slick. So maybe we'll pull it up on the ground. We'll pull up the Ops Center 3 and do a walk around. Oh, Aero Mexico, we have that one. Yes, I am so tempted to do an Aero Mexico flight next. What if we did like a Aero Mexico flight from Cancun to Mexico City for a second leg? I was just going to end it here, but how far is that? How far is Cancun to Mexico City? Let's sky vector you real quick. Because they do, I haven't even messed with it yet, but I saw the livery and I have it installed. And it looks awesome. I mean, it's 695 miles straight line. Might have to do it. All right, let's go ahead and set our new altimeters. 3000. 3000 set once, twice, and thrice. We'll go ahead, seatbelts, no smoking, on and auto. Actually, we'll just go on and on. On and on. 18.4, we're a little bit fast. Little speed brake here, little speed brake. Yeah, the black nose widget one, yeah. Yeah, Wavy Gravy Delta, I think is what it is. Is that the one? I can show you all in the Ops Center. There's some sweet ones, man. And I'm sure, you know, once it's released, there'll be pretty much every livery you can think of. All right, we're back in speed mode. We're at a 17.2. We're looking good. Now, there was traffic. Are we behind everybody? Hopefully we're not cutting anyone off. Let's see. So, Cancun Tower will be 18.1. We'll get them primed up here in the radio. 18.1 is up. Delta Flot. Gotta fly this at sunset, get better lighting. Thrust sets here. What's up, my man? Pretty sure Delta's first 777 came in the first post-widget livery, the one before colors in motion. I'll have to see. I'll show you what it is in the Ops Center, man. It looks really good. Blackbird Controls back in the house. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my man. Appreciate you. I love seeing the bare metal American 777. Fun fact, my father was one of the first captains at American to fly the 777 when they received them in the 90s. Very cool, man. Very, very cool, Blackbird. That's why I'm sure the bare metal livery has a special place in your heart. Brings you right back. What about Continental 777 Ops? I don't know if we have a Continental livery. I'll have to think about it. I don't know. Tower's online. Lepton, sweet. We'll be talking to you soon, man. I just want my PMDG 737 in 2024. I'll take a 7.4 over a 7.3. No, I know. I do miss the 7.3s. But this is going to hold me over in 2024. Having the 777 is going to hold me over. I can wait. Can always go back to yellow sim. All right, we're looking at the path 11 and 9, 14, 3. We're going to need to slow down here pretty soon. Epnel, max 250. I'm assuming, is that a decel? I'm still learning Boeing VNAV. Is it a decel point there? So it's gonna target 250. Let's bring up the cams. We'll get ready here for landing. This is coming on. Blackbird controls cam. I had it kind of out of sync, but Blackbird controls cam is coming back up. I missed most of the stream. What are we thinking of the bird so far? Victor Silva, I love it, man. We actually had a issue in cruise, but we were able to reboot and get right back where we were within about 5 minutes. So makes me feel better for any super long flights if you do end up having an issue. Loaded right back up flawlessly. Yeah, so it's gonna pull that, but it should be max 250. So I guess you do got to see here where you really got to watch it on these arrivals. Starting to creep up a tad. Given that it's 30 degrees at Cancun, would you keep flap 1 out after landing in 320? No, 37. 37C, I believe, is our limit when we leave the flaps 1. $37 degrees. You got a couple more to go. All right, so there it is. Idle. Now it's targeting 240. But I bet you it's probably not going to do it. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to reconnect my yoke because we restarted. All right, good. Yoke is reconnected. Let's slow it down here. Speed brakes are coming out. Lights are coming on. Boom, boom. Coming back to 250. Stowed. Roberto, what's going on, man? Good to see you, Roberto. How are you? Doing well, man. How you doing? Just doing a little 777 hopping. No 767 Quadrant today? Oh, no, it's coming up. It's coming up next. We got 2 streams today. I'm doing the first one with to show some mods for Bravo, and then tonight we'll be back in the Quadrant, the big boy Quadrant. Oh, yes. I had to get it rebound. I had to get it bound for 24. If it was Captain Sim, then the cockpit could be a default 747. Yeah. In 2020, when you restart a flight from a safe flight, the brakes didn't work on landing, so curious to see if they fixed that. Thrust set. Interesting. I didn't restart from a saved flight, per se. I started a new flight, and I started the new flight in flight. We're gonna find out soon enough, man. Hopefully we get her stopped on 1-2 left. Cabin ready. There's the ding. All right, altimeters are set and cross-checked. We've got 3000 is set. We'll mark you as normal. Landing checklist, speed brake, gear, and flaps. I'm going to leave that up for right now. Everything is set. Let's see, coming in over, what's our next one? Adlar. Max at 220. So we're going to do this. American 1343. American 1343, go ahead. American 1343, reduce speed, maintain 210 knots. Maintain 210 knots, American 1343. Here we go, slowing down. 210 selected. This is, I know this is kind of a mid-day, but this is exactly what it looks like, chat. I'm coming in on this flight. I've done this flight a dozen times this month. And the lighting is perfect. It's bright. It's warm. You could smell, right about now, you'll be smelling Cancun. That moisture in the air, humidity. We might need a little bit more. 210, 210 on the speed. There we go. And since we're pretty much close in, let's just go level change now because we are 4,000 all the way across. So flight level change, 210 on the speed to 4. American 1343, descend and maintain 3,000. 3,000, American 1343. All right, 3,000, flight level change speed, so we're going to pass the Adler. We'll get down low early, and this is where I always like to look for interesting houses out here. So real world, there's always a lot of boats. It's kind of a bad, I don't know if we got a bad ortho there or what, but there's like a ferry that runs between here and the mainland, and it's running pretty frequently. Oh, look at that though. Just had an engine fail on the 727 on final. Was it pilot induced or a random failure? What happened there? Oh, I will get flight recorder running. I've done flight recorder and it did seem to work without any issues. We'll see. How's it in terms of performance? Great, man. It's PMDG has always been one of the most optimized airplanes to release. So performance is great. Now we are flying into a pay-aware airport, which I always get a little bit nervous in 2024 because I feel like a lot of the quote-unquote compatible sceneries for 2024 aren't built for 2024 and they cause issues. But I did a test departure and arrival there, and it seemed okay. So we're gonna find out. Stop being a little baby. Turk, I'm trying. We'll see. I downloaded it just for you, man. These are the Trent engines. Let's see if I remember. We'll go back to menu. No. FMC, index, identification. Yeah, Trent 892. That's what we're rocking today on the American. Tonight will be in the Pratt & Whitney. And there is a difference. And it's awesome. Oh, yeah. The default 320 for mini builds, that's from Mathis Fisher? Yeah. Much better perf than that. Absolutely. Alright. I'm going to stay on path. I don't know what this guy is doing. We'll get ready to call tower here. We'll throw him up on active. 18-1.
Thank you, sir. American 2013 on clock going offline. Thanks for the here.
2.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get flight recorder ready. A little bit of haze layer out there. It's peeling back as the sun's coming up and burning it off. That looks good. We'll call tower now. Tower, good afternoon. American 1343 Heavy. We're just outside of Vixie for the ILS X-ray 1-2 left. We have India.
American 1343
1043 Cancun Tower, good afternoon. QNH 3002 and call 10 miles final, runway 12 left.
We'll call you 10 mile final, 12 left, American 1343 heavy. Flaps 1, here we go.
Tower DHL 35, we're going to follow the traffic in, runway 12 left.
DHL 35, Roger, do you have visual with the traffic?
Yeah, we've got the traffic in our side, DHL 35.
Roger.
Degenerate, no, I haven't had that issue, but I know what you're talking about. Like, it almost seems like it gets stuck and then it snaps your view around 360 degrees. You can adjust that in your control binding, and it's called inertia. Turn your inertia down, dude. Turn the inertia down, the mouse inertia there on the settings. So we'll maintain this for now. I'm going to capture it in LNAV, and then we'll arm it. Oh, that had no effect? Ah, damn, sorry, man. What's up, Gus? Yep, this is in 2024, Con. Pre-release version, and I am so excited that it's in 2024. Because look at this, man. If you want to know what it looks like to land in Cancun at the 7 a.m. departure at DFW, this is almost exactly what it looks like. The only thing we're missing now is the smell of humidity and what kind of trees these are down there, but it's got a unique smell. One would wager to say it's real life. Oh, let's go ahead and arm it up. Loke, glide slope is armed. Let's pull it back 180. Let's get the recording on. Captain Jeeves says that spell is unique. I know what you mean. Yes, indeed, my friend. All right, recording is on. Hopefully we don't have any issues with that. Again, I'm using a non-compatible flight recorder for replay, so mileage may vary. Flaps 5 up and out of the gate. Makes me nervous when we start thrusting up like that. EPR indications are in red because we had a reload and we reloaded at Toga thrust 30,000 feet. That's they won't be there if you do everything correctly. Got semi-failure situation. Flaps 15.
Tower DHL 35, long final, runway 12 left.
DHL 35, Roger, QNH 3002. You're following Boeing 777 on a 14-mile final.
Following the Boeing 777 14-mile final, DHL 35.
Now, I don't think I bound autopilot disconnects. I'm going to have to press it over here. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brake lever. Speed brake lever is armed. VREF 140. And we're close enough to 10 miles right about now. And Tower American 1343 heavy just outside of uniform November 529, 12 left.
American 1343, wind 090 degrees at 11 knots, runway 12 left, clear to land.
12 left, clear to land, American 1343. Alright, here comes the glide slope. 3000's on the chart, so we'll leave it at 3. Since technically we're on the ILS. Glide slope capture 3000. Let's go ahead and bring it back. 140. gears coming down. Flaps 20.
Lincoln Tower, Virgin 5 Heavy. We're about 5 from uniform over 505 for the ILS 12
Virgin 555, Lincoln Tower, good afternoon, QNH 3002, and call when 10 mile final, runway 12 left.
Alright, we'll call 10, Virgin 5.
Flaps 30. Alright, let's fly it in. Autopilot is disconnected. I'm going to use the thrust levers myself. So I'm going to go ahead and match and mash it as close as I can. Auto thrust is off. Auto throttle, sorry, we're in a Boeing. Yeah, actually pretty hazy out here. 7 miles seems about legit. Yeah, there's a runway there, just a little hazy. ATIS did say 7 miles, so. Pretty swirly winds, 20 knots.
$1,000.
1,000 feet, a little low correcting. Runway, landing. That looks so good.
Approaching minimums.
Those tall trees aren't there. I gotta get rid of those tall
Minimums.
trees. Other than that, it's spot on. Alright, we're gonna roll it to that high speed so we can roll it on for grease here,
100.
hopefully.
50. 30. 20.
Don't float it that much.
Tower DHL 35, 5 miles
Gosh.
away,
Borderline illegal on that one.
35, continue approach.
We were just hovering at 2 feet. Oh, listen, the reverser's full.
Lincoln Tower, Virgin 5 Heavy, 10 miles.
Didn't even touch the brakes. Perfect.
555, Roger, continue approach 12
I
left.
think that little bit of stutters there.
Embraer.
Little bit of stutters from having that scenery. Turk.
We have traffic in sight, Virgin 5 Heavy.
Yeah, it'll be close. It'll be close, Kelly Simmer. I do not believe it was. Yeah, this scenery still needs help.
DHL 35, wind 0900 at 11 knots.
Yeah, we recorded it.
Left, clear tonight.
Yeah, this scenery is... Oh gosh. And this is why.
American 1343, welcome. Do you have any spot waiting for you?
Yeah, we're going to 42. Oh my gosh.
Roger, semi.
What was that all about? See, Turk, this is why. Sceneries that are compatible. We're stuck on something. We may not be going to any gate.
Roger, American 1343, taxi via Delta and Delta 4 to ramp.
Delta 4 ramp, American 1343. Bad Turk. I'm about to ban Turk from convincing me to download sceneries. What's slew mode again? Shift Y? Alt Y? Control Y? Shift Y? What is the slew again? Shift Z. Are we out of it? Let's see. Let's bring you back around. Yeah, you can tell the perf hits. I don't know how anybody believes that these compatible sceneries work in 24. They never work right, because you can't stop from streaming the regular sceneries. Anyway, yeah, we had a tail strike on the ground clutter there, but we're fine. We still got the landing recorded. Turk is dead to me. Yeah, that's all a scenery issue there. Microsoft's decision to stream everything seems to be working out great. It's, dude, Blackbird, I know. It's the worst decision that Microsoft ever made, was to stream everything. Because you can't, like, I can't turn off streaming Cancun. It's not in a special world update or anything. So even though I put a scenery in here, it's still going to stream the Adobo Cancun as much as it can, and it tanks you. I mean, like, here it's decent, but yeah. And I also think another part of that, Blackbird, is all these devs that say that the scenery is compatible. They're just dragging and dropping and seeing if it works. And yeah, it shows up, but it's not optimized for the sim. You have elevation issues, as you saw. There've only been like a handful of sceneries that I've seen really made for 2024, and those work fine. But yeah, you can see when you switch views now, that's a scenery thing. There's nothing to disable in Cancun, though, Adriano. So yeah, some airports, like some of the major ones, you can disable. But for instance, Cancun, you can't disable Cancun. I guess we should have, I tell you what, hold on, we'll do that, let's do this. Because we're going to do I want to do a little walk around here. Oh, I can't see the line. That's 7.6, we got to go a little further. Brakes are set. It's either this or the Hotel de Adobo. I know it. It says our APU up and running. APU gen online. Alright, let's kill it.
Virgin 555, welcome, right when able.
I guess our APU gen was not online. Or was it? No, it was not. Our APU gen was not online, chat. There it is. Now it's coming back up. I saw APU gen on. Gotta be more like an Airbus, Boeing. Come on. Alright, let's do this. Let's go ground ops. Let's go ahead and connect it all. Let's go to ground connections. We'll set chocks. Request to ground power. I'll request that. Request that. Let's go to ground ceviches. Let's do you. Doors. Disarm. We'll disarm all. That looks good. We'll open the... That's opening. Cargo forward. We'll open that one. We might have to service that main wheel there. You can see, look at this. See how it's trying to stream in the ground? That's what happens when you run compatible sceneries. Yeah, I know. Well, ICAS, I know. I thought I would have seen it there too. Oh well, we're fine. Let's do a little post-flight walk around. I want to kind of look around this here anyway. If I can get out of... I don't know why we got all these spikes in the ground now. Yeah, look at that. See? I'm uninstalling this scenery. It's not compatible. Look at that. You cannot tell me that that's compatible. Look at that 7.8 right there, though. Yeah, and it's tanking my VRAM because it's trying to run everything. But we can still do a little walk around here. Can we see? Can we inspect our tires? How do they look? This is, I don't know, Turk, actually. I believe I installed this through the INI manager, I think. If I'm not looking. I don't remember. Yeah, there's that bare metal shining right there. Big old Trent boys. Take an inspection here of our tires. Mains look good. Still got the beacon on. Alright, there we go. Little post-flight walk around. It's a cool shot with the tail. Oh, look, and there's that version coming in there. Oh, now that's a sweet ramp. 777. A350, Neo, and a 727. That's a sweet ramp. I wanted to pull up before we do the replay. See if I can pull this up here. Yeah, check this out, guys. I wanted to show you this real quick. So this is the new Op Center 3. This is really cool. I like how they've laid it. This is going to get rid of the Op Center 2. So you can see here I've got the 200 ER for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 installed. If I click on that, this is the a beta build here right now. Here's I've got Aero Mexico, Americans installed. It tells you what's installed. Looks good. Where's Delta? That's the one. It wasn't the widget. It's this one here. You guys can tell. I don't want to install it while I'm in the sim. I don't think that'll work, but it's got that blue and red line around it. I installed Eastern Revamp. Pakistan, I installed that one just in case we wanted to go to Skardu. Battleship Gray. And you know what else is a really sneaky good livery? Is this one here. The Vietnam 777 is sneaky awesome looking as far as paint jobs go. So that's what we got set up here for the Op Center. I mean, love this. This is going to be a really sweet upgrade to the traditional PMDG Op Center for sure. So we'll go ahead and get that off the screen, and we'll do a look at our illegal landing. So let's hop back into the airplane. No New Zealand as of yet, logo lights. No New Zealand as of yet. Skardu stream on the 777. I wanted to do it, but everyone's like, well, I don't want to see Skardu again. You've already done Skardu. I'm like, okay, well, it's only the best approach in the world. Sorry that you want to just watch me fly from LA to Vegas. But, all right, here we go. So I'm going to do a panel load. We're going to load up a final approach. Let's do this. We'll execute a panel state for final approach, and then we will watch the replay. I'm curious where it's going to set everything up here. Oh, because the gear's not down, maybe. Let's Let's disconnect. All right. Cool. I got an idea. Let's wind this back a little bit. Since there's no clouds, it's kind of mid. Let's do like a little sunrise lighting situation a little bit earlier. Let's watch that 2-foot floater. I know, we're going to watch it right now. I can tell you right now, I'm pretty sure we were not legal. But it's Cancun. What happens in Cancun stays in Cancun. I'm going to run it forward. We'll start it from here. Oh, yeah, flaps.
Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps.
I'm trying.
Too low.
They're coming out. Full flap coming in. Oh my gosh, we were just hovering. Nice little engine wobble. Not going to do a return leg right now. We're doing another stream later, but I may bump it up in time because I had it for 5. We might bump that up a little bit. Or we might... Yeah, we might have to bump it up a little bit. Let's see what this one was here. So we'll actually watch the float on this one. Oh, we might have to launch G's for that one. Oh, I don't know if we caught that last stripe or not. Let's go back. I don't think we did, chat. I don't think we caught that last stripe. We got to slow it down. Hold on, I'm getting VRAM exceedance because of this stupid scenery. Alright, we're down. Oh! What now, chat? What now? Legal. 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 And greasy. Alright, so let's go back. Now that we've established that it's legal, let's launch G's. I want to see what G says on this one. Like a glove. Alright, I got G's up. Let's see what happens here. I knew we had plenty of runway. You gotta go all the way down to that high speed. Greaser. 94. 94 feet per minute at less than 1 G. 0.9 G at 94. I don't know if I believe that. Watch it from back here. Probably landed way under VREF. Let's see, does it have our speed? Let's see. Oh. Let's see what our VREF was 140.
Too low terrain. 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 Too low terrain.
Also 0.89 G. That's a butter. 0.89G, 126 air speed. Alright. Let's go ahead and set this back up. We'll do one long replay. Let's see what it looks like in the sunset, shall we? Because I am going to break for lunch. Quit G's or the stutter. Resume. Little sunset into Cancun. Alright. Flaps are coming back to where they were. 7 p.m. and dinner time now. All right, Dougal. Well, you take it easy, my friend. We'll be back later this evening, probably long after you've gone to bed, I would imagine. We're going to be loading up the Battleship Gray with Pratt & Whitney's, and we're not going to do a lateral offset in cruise. But I look forward to that flight this afternoon. It's going to be a good one. We're going SFO to Eagle or Eagle to SFO. Probably reverse up. Probably Eagle to San Francisco. Should be a fun one. We'll bring a little extra gas because I can only imagine San Francisco arrivals might be a little bit overloaded this evening. So should be a fun one. Hope to see you there. Shout out to PMDG. Thank you all for the support. Thank you, Blackbird, again for all the gifted subs. Chris PT6, Callie Simmer, all the bank angle checks. There was a lot of them here. Let's see if I can run through them here if I roll back. Aviation Dude, Juhan Jacobs, Drew Smith, Virtual Flight Diaries, AJ Funari, Force Blackbird Controls, Nicholas Davis, and the VR Flight Simmer. Thank you all for the supporting the channel. You guys have been awesome. Do me a favor, hit the like button for me on the way out, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy on V1. Soup! Thank you, NoComs, for the 5 gifted as well. NoCom, appreciate you, man. Very, very kind. Thank you, sir.